Okay, yeah, there we go. Live episode, what was it? 37, I think. Sounds about right. Episode 37 of Candlekeep Mysteries. Here we are. Balls deep into the current one. Last time you finally kind of got into a fight over at Waterdeep where you kind of started scrapping with the kind of entourage that Fel had, and you were laying out some heavy hits. So yeah, you kind of started making a run for it. Looks like you had him for a moment, but he managed to get on a horse and then get away and kind of like point the guards in your direction. And at that point, you guys started disappearing into the crowd or onto the top of a roof in Az's case. But yeah, basically everyone got away. And eventually you all met up again at the Weavers Guild, and since Keenerin is a long-standing member of the guild, they
Not for long.
they had his back. They said that they'll back
I
him
say
up.
get out.
Well, yeah, they said maybe lay low somewhere else until you gather evidence or until it blows over. So you guys have well, they snuck you out of the of Waterdeep. There was a bit of conversation with a guard, but you managed to get through that no problem. And then you journeyed towards Waterdeep. At Waterdeep, you assumed your personas. Salam is now a grey tabaxi, I believe. You dyed your hair, and then Chadwick now has platinum blonde hair, I believe, and you all have aliases. So Chadwick was
Did
Chappie.
Chadwick have like her shitty little mustache too?
Yeah, I think why not? Yeah, you gave him
That would
you
be
kind of
perfect.
cut back some of his fringe and kind of just glued it onto his lip, gave him a mustache. But yeah, he goes by the name of Chappie currently. Azza has a new persona as well. He got the disguise kit treatment from Kane, and he goes by the name of, what was it?
On.
Huh? Gaston, that's the one.
On.
Yeah. Then we have Kane, who goes by the name SP. Oh, no, Kip. Was it Kip? Kid. Kid. Yes. Have you altered your appearance in any way? I don't think so.
Nope.
Yeah, they didn't really get a good look at you, so you didn't really need to. And the same goes for Keenerin. He didn't need to alter his appearance at all, but he has a bit of a code name. What was yours?
Wallaby.
Wallaby. And then that leaves us with Salam, and your code name is
Axel.
Axel. Axel, yes. Very good. So you guys got into this village known as Greenfast. Quite small, but very prosperous due to its proximity to Daggerford and Waterdeep as a kind of source of trade and various crops and such for the actual cities themselves. You did a bit of a recon, noticing a few landmarks. After that you headed to the inn where you met up with the owner of the inn, Old Fargo, and after a little bit of conversation you kind of got him into talking about the sorts that in the village that he doesn't really like. He kind of came to light that he for quite a while now had didn't trust Lord Vialis at all, and kind of got the vibe that he is definitely the bad sort, and he kind of used the phrase collector of psychopaths. Yeah, that's always a good description. Kind of using his wealth to kind of push that agenda and impress other people. It also came to light that his son, young Fargo, recently fell. I think it wasn't actually recent. It was maybe, was it a month? Yeah, a month ago. Yeah, there we go. A month ago, he fell into Vialis's circle, and he started disappearing for longer and longer periods of time, and now it's been quite a while since old Fargo saw his son, so yeah, he has implored you to try and find his son and bring him home safely. He also noted that Amphel is also the kind of person he doesn't like, and that he lives in a cottage over here. And that also Violus seems to be building an estate of sorts, some distance away from the village. And you also you haven't met them, but you've been told the name of the mayor Cara Fereni. So I believe that's where we're up to, because you guys retired to your rooms. You have 2 rooms, and yeah, you had a long. Well, you were thinking whether to have a long rest or go for a nighttime raid. So I believe that's more or less where we are up to with things. Did I miss anything?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Excellent.
Good.
Very good then. So yeah, let's unpause and yeah, kick things off. Did I unpause? Yes, I did.
Unpaused.
Very good.
Well, gentlemen, if there's anything we'd like to investigate, I always have my pass without trace.
And I still have the ability to make quite a few of us invisible.
I can make myself invisible now.
Well, anyone up for a late evening stroll then?
To where? To Farl's or to the boarded up house?
Suppose, with all our capabilities, it wouldn't be impossible to do both.
Okay. Yeah,
Just
I still
to
have
do
like,
some-
all my stuff left.
Just to do some basic scouting.
We're
Alright.
going to capture Farl and make him tell us where this place is.
Unless everyone else was ready for such a task, I'd say that'd be best left for the morning once we've rested.
Well, I'm fully stocked and ready to go. I just wonder if how hard it would be to find somebody so stand out.
What?
Somebody so what?
Someone so well stationed will be easy to stand out.
Look, like Farl, you mean?
Well, both the Lord and Pharaoh.
Mhm.
But
We
if
sure
we
he's
grab
here?
Pharaoh, we can possibly get to know about some more underlings and a little more about the inner circle that he has working with him.
So
Are we sure Pharaoh's here?
yeah,
He was waiting for his wagon to get a new axle.
so
We left in a hurry.
last you saw,
We stayed
he
the
was
night and
running
then
away
left
on
at 5.
horseback. You haven't seen him during your time here so far, but old Fargo has pointed out where his cottage is.
Oh, Fargo didn't say that he returned, did he?
No, he just said
No.
where he lived.
Yeah, we don't know if he's here yet. He could be, he could not be.
He could be, but the Lord, if it's trouble.
Precisely why a nice midnight stroll, some observations, could maybe help us get some more answers. I hate to press the matter, but my title and name are in jeopardy at the guild.
No,
Yeah,
of
no,
course.
let's go.
So you're gonna go for a night raid, yeah? Well, a night
Yeah.
investigation.
Just to see the area, you know,
Go for a stroll.
see who's there, you know, see if there's any activity in Farrell's location, Farrell, whatever his name was.
Yeah, yeah. It's not against the law to take a stroll. It's not your fault if
Yet.
you're strolling with your sword
Yeah.
out in front of you and it happens to run into him. So yeah, nothing suspicious going on here. So yeah, do you go out the normal way or do you go out through the window? Looking outside, it's pretty much dark, or well, it's nighttime. There might be small pockets of maybe 2 or 3 harvest guard kind of people just patrolling, but they're not really expecting any trouble. It's more just patrolling to make sure there's no burglars, but they don't really have that really here, so maybe more just to make sure no wildlife kind of wanders in to try and take any of their crops or livestock.
Yeah, probably just keepers of the peace type.
So how do we suggest we go about this? Should we be escorting Mr. Wallaby as Kid, his attorney, and Gaston, his bodyguard, while our friend Axel takes to the skies while Chappie possibly retains back here?
I believe we should do it stealthily, just in case he is home. He would recognize us.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me. Can I like step behind the building, see if anybody is around, and then just turn into a raven as soon as nobody's around?
So are you basically walking out of the tavern inn, kind of wandering around the perimeter to see if anyone's nearby, and then turning into a raven?
Not like the whole perimeter, but I would like.
You'd
go
find us. So yeah,
around,
everyone's
just go
walking on
around the
out.
corner.
Yeah. As you kind of head down and head out, there'll be a few locals in there, maybe just finishing up their drink. Maybe it's last order soon, or maybe they have a room here themselves. But yeah, old Fargo kind of looks up at you and kind of just gives you a nod and lets you be on your business. He has no need to hamper you regarding anything you would be getting up to. So yeah, you guys just walk on out. Salam, you can look around, you can find a quiet area to morph if you want.
Okay.
So yeah, you do that.
Probably follow and find a nice quiet area to use Pass Without Trace as well.
Okay. So I'll just use that to show you've transformed. So Pass Without Trace is on how many people? Is it 3?
I think it's like up to 10.
Up to 10.
It just
Okay.
says each creature within 30 feet.
Okay, cool. Did you decide to bring Chadwick or something
not?
else?
I kind of worry if we leave him.
Okay, yeah, he's more than happy to come along.
He's a public threat. He
Uh-huh.
could shadow fireball at any moment.
He could. Let's see. Pass Without Trace. Let's just use this one to signify that. The people are deaf around you to your movements. Okay, so it's a concentration spell and lasts probably longer than you need it to, so yeah, that's all done.
Yeah, one hour. Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, you can. Yeah, 1 hour. Okay.
I was gonna say, when we start getting closer to the building, Kane will cast invisibility. He'll use 2 sorcery points to twin spell it and make Azza and I go invisible.
Okay. So yeah, you kind of loiter around for a little bit to pick up the patterns of the patrols, and then you take your window of opportunity and then head towards the cottage. So do you want to go the pathway, or maybe go up here and then cross the river, or just, yeah, or how would you like to approach?
Probably wouldn't the easiest be to cross the bridge there and then just go up?
Yeah, if you want. So yeah, you cross the bridge. Let's see, it doesn't really specify which square, how long far each square is. I imagine it's reasonable. But yeah, let's say you get to around here, and then you will cast your invisibility. So Kane and Azza. Alright, so yeah, Kane, you twin cast your spell, and now yourself and Azza are invisible. Salam, I presume you're just circling around the group up in the sky.
Yeah, I'm just staying within the radius so I can get the pass without trace.
Very good. So yeah, let's have a look. You approach the building further. So you kind of hide in this this group of trees here and maybe scope it out a little. Okay. So if you're taking a look at the house, yeah, do you want to roll perception?
Let's do it.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you're too high. Too high up there.
I do it from...
Oh my god.
Because he blinded my token.
Yep.
That must be it.
He put a curse on you.
Oh my god.
Oh wow. This is not a good sign for how this session might go.
Curse perception roll.
I'll save the day.
It's been a long day.
That's pretty good, Azza. Alright, so most people don't really get a good look at things, but Azza is able to get a decent look and able to kind of suss out maybe what this little cottage might entail. So it looks to be quite a nice, quaint, comfortable cottage, nothing out of the ordinary. And you can see that based on the structure, there seems to be a main room that is maybe a place of importance. Yeah, and you see that there are, not the entire cottage, but there's some lights on inside, and maybe every now and then in the main room you see someone pacing back and forth or near enough to the window that you see a shadow pass by it.
There's definitely somebody in there.
Shall we proceed then?
There's somebody home. That makes me a little uneasy.
Yeah, if you want, you can approach the house however you see fit. There's the light in the main room on, someone pacing around inside, but there's plenty other windows you could use to gain entrance, or you could try the front or the back door.
Yeah, I think shifting around, maybe trying another window. Because we just see one kind of room, right?
There's a number of rooms. Based on Az's assessment, there seems to be a main prominent room that has the light on and you can see someone pacing around. And then maybe closer to the front door, there's another window with a light on there as well. So yeah, let's just lay that out. So maybe towards the rear part of the house, there's the main big room with the light on, where you can see someone pacing around. Closer to the front door being here. Let's say there's a room to the side here, and there's a light on in there. You can't really see anyone moving around, but the light is on. Candle light, probably. But yeah. Other rooms in the house to be sure, but you can only make out 2 lights currently.
Okay. So it's either him or somebody in his employ, maybe watching over the house while he's out. We're not sure. Do there appear to be like any carts or anything? He did drive a very recognizable cart.
You can't see a cart, but let's say in the back, where there's the like little bit of land where they grow some stuff for themselves, there's a small stable, and you can see a single horse in there, amongst other kind of like small scale farming tools.
And if I recall, he had multiple horses pulling that cart, right?
Yeah, he made off on his own on one of the horses, but
That's right.
there was probably 2 horses pulling the cart, and then horses for each of his entourage. So there were quite a number of horses in the group overall.
Well, we know somebody's here.
Yeah.
If only we could get a better look, but I don't want to press our luck.
So far you've been just kind of looking from the perimeter with pass without trace and invisibility. That's no problems, but if you wanted to get a close look, there would be a stealth check if you wanted to go up to the window, for example.
Going up to the window.
Same here.
To the big room.
You can do that. To the big room. Salam, do you have something you'd like to do?
No, I'll just let them do what they're doing.
Okay, so
Norn will move up too, just to make sure that they're within the 30 feet.
Yeah. Chadwick will stick close to Keenerin. So Azza and Kane, you go right up to the window. Is it both of you going to the big room?
Yeah, well, me.
Okay.
Kane?
So 26 and 16.
Yeah, 16, not 6. Yeah. I was about to say. Okay, 16. Alright, let's have a look here now. Where is this? Okay, so yeah, you go on up to the window. The curtains have been drawn, but hastily so you find a gap that you can peer into, and you look on into quite a large room that appears to double as an office as well as a place to rest and such. You see it filled with paperwork kind of scattered around. Some boots kind of hastily pulled off and just cast to the side, and you see Fail, whatever his name is. Yeah, you see him kind of pacing around nervously, puffing on a large pipe.
Kane will kind of lean back to Raven Salam.
In the air?
Old boy is there.
I'm just like perched on the roof, like looking down at the party.
Okay. Well, Azza and Kane are invisible, so you'd only really see Keenerin and Chadwick. So, Kane, how would you get Salam's attention then? Oh, you got message, I guess. Would that break
invisibility? Yeah. So I will write in the dirt, he's here.
Okay, yeah. So Salam would probably pick that up very quickly with his perception, and yeah, you see it's the message written into the dirt.
I'll leave it there for a little bit, and once I feel confident that it's been long enough where you can see it, I'll take my foot and kind of rub it out.
All right then.
Yeah, I will land on the ground, kind of like away from the window, a little ways back. And
like this.
turn back into myself.
Okay.
And I'll turn to Keenerin and say, are we doing this then? We don't know if he'll be gone in the morning.
Keenerin he thinks about it and he goes, I suppose we could do this here. We need to do it quickly. Could you, do you have your silence spell today?
Yeah, I can ritually cast it anytime.
Perhaps we get the jump on him before he can call any guards.
That will take my concentration, and I was thinking I might go invisible. I could go invisible, and then I could Misty Step in there, and I could subdue him, or try to subdue him while you all make your way in quickly. I don't know.
With greater invisibility, right?
Yeah.
That'll do it.
Let's see.
You'll be in there alone if the door is locked and we need to force our way through.
Do I hear Azza talk? Did Azza walk up to us and is talking to us now?
Sure. I mean, how much more do I need to see through the window?
I mean, like, if you're happy and you kind of see people convening over there, you're more than welcome to wander up there and say you did that.
Kane will stay by the window just to keep eyes on Pharrell.
I mean, I do agree. I think we should get him tonight. That way he doesn't have a chance of escaping.
I feel pretty comfortable with this guy, even just one-on-one.
And I suppose even if he has a thug or two with him, he'd probably handle it.
Plus, I'll be invisible, so...
You'll have to silence him quickly. He's a bit of a loudmouth, and there is a guard, and there are guards here.
Well, looking in the room, Azza and Kane only saw Fel inside that room pacing around. You did see there was a light on closer to the front portion of the house, right around that area. Yes. You didn't investigate that, though.
We haven't looked at the other window.
I thought that there was only one light.
Sorry. So I'll go over that again. So the big room that was towards the back of the house was the one with the light on that had someone pacing around inside. Kane and Azza saw that inside there was Ferl, and the room seemed to double as an office as well as a bedroom. There was another room with a light on closer towards the front door at the front of the house over here.
Okay.
I had more specifically meant town guard. Something that would make this a lot more complicated.
Yes, I'd like to get out of this without being in trouble in two cities.
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
I doubt a man of his standing would be alone.
I can cast divination real quick if you guys want to wait 10 minutes,
Yeah.
and I can ask a single question regarding this this event or activity to occur.
All right.
What should the question be?
Is this to Saloon?
What?
The divination would be to Saloon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Much like my omens, it's essentially like a wheel or woe type deal, right? Is that how that functions?
No, it's I actually get a reply. It might be like a short phrase or a rhyme of some sort or an omen. It just depends.
Could you
Yeah,
Could you
there's
ask
gonna be no
if,
rhyming coming from over here, unfortunately, unless I'm able to prep
Come on,
an
Akron,
answer.
spit some hot fire.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Asa?
well, I'm not against the silence spell idea. Could you ask
Okay.
the goddess if it should be silence or if you should use silence or greater invisibility?
I was thinking more along the lines of like, is it a good idea to try and take Farl tonight, or does Farl have anyone else with him tonight?
If we're taking down one person, I'm not afraid of taking down two.
Oh, I'm not either, but who knows? He could have a packed house.
Can Saloon give you wisdom on events that are going to be happening in the next few hours or so?
To occur within the next 7 days.
Okay. Man, that opens up a whole lot.
Yeah, I know. I mean, we can ask really like anything.
No. Perhaps asking if tonight would be the most wisest way to handle him, or whether
Yeah,
he has
like-
plans on moving.
Would going
Maybe-
after Farl tonight be the most opportune time to get him? Something like that.
Yeah,
Could it also be as simple as asking where the Lord is? If the goddess can reply to his location.
I don't think it's like a locate spell like that. I don't think it quite works like that. It's more you ask about something that's going to happen, and then they give you information based on that. Not so much like where is this person. I think that would fall more under like scrying.
Makes sense to me. I believe seeing if apprehending him tonight would be the wisest. You know, maybe he's got plans to leave early in the morning, or
Yeah.
maybe more of his guards are going to show up. You know, maybe right now is the best. Seeing if right now is the best time.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, do we want to grab Kane? I don't know where he is. Kane, are you there? No, apparently not.
Oh, wait.
Maybe
hold
we
on.
can
Maybe
grab
not-
Kane and back up just a little ways so that I'm not casting, because I do need to like burn some incense and stuff like that. I would hate for the smell to kind of tip him off and get him investigating.
Maybe I'm a step behind on this, but what's the benefit of waiting a day?
We could be at completely full everything. I don't know.
Who here is...
Because I believe that Keenerin used some spells and wild shapes and things like that getting us here.
I did, yes.
Are you completely out of magic? It could be. It could be 5-on-1, 5-on-2, even if it's 5-on-5.
No, I did burn my higher level spell slot, and I'm unable to wild shape, which also means I can't take my celestial form.
Brownies.
Probably, yeah.
Sure.
If that's what. Oh, hey, Keenan will. If that's what you're doing, Kane, Keenan will jump like. "Oh, don't scare me like that, friend. My old heart."
Yeah.
It's okay. I'm
Any
sorry
older
about
and you'll
that.
be doing constitution saving throws for heart attacks.
Yeah, Kane is here now.
I had a magnificent idea, if you would indulge me.
Yeah, go
By
ahead.
all means.
Their horse is still out back. Why don't we startle the horse and maybe one of us sneakier types could slip inside and we can get an accurate read of the insides?
I
I'm
like it.
saying, if your horse is your only means of escaping, you're best damn protected.
Do you want to steal the horse?
No, just spook it a bit. Right? Cause it to make a little ruckus that only they can hear. They're gonna have to come make sure it's okay.
Chadwick will pipe and say, yeah, I could take care of that.
Okay, Mr. Dark and Stormy, slow your roll. We don't want you blinking all over the place now.
Yeah, Chappie, settle down over there.
Hey, I can do this.
Oh,
We're
I
not
believe
saying you
can.
can't.
Does anyone have any fear magic? That'd be the most direct approach.
Chadwick says, I do.
Maybe Chappie should do it.
I can force them to tell the truth once we get them.
Alright.
Do you still have that thing that makes them go fall asleep?
I do, but it really only works on like weaker creatures. So like I could, if we beat him up a little bit, then I could probably make him fall asleep. But I doubt that it would work with him at full strength.
Just like punching
Especially
someone to
since-
sleep. Go to sleep, go to sleep.
Especially since Pharaoh's
Right.
an elf.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's an elf. I don't think that's gonna work.
Oh yeah,
I was just
yeah,
saying, if he has help, and the help is not of the elf variety, then it could work.
Yeah, it could work on help.
So I'll go wait by the front door.
Oh no, it's not concentration. Yeah, I could do it. Whatever.
Then shall I go wait by the front door while Senor Chappie startles a horse?
So we wanted to do divination real quick, just to ask if tonight was going to be the most opportune time to grab Pharaoh.
Kane will look around. Is there grass by his feet?
Yeah, sure. You're kind of like in like a small crop of trees at the moment, so there's like quite a lot of grass everywhere. It only kind of breaks up when, you know, there's water or the path that's been kind of put throughout this place, or there's like
Perfect.
tilled land. So there's plenty of grass everywhere.
He'll reach down, pull up some grass, kind of put it in the air and let it float. Look, we don't need divination. The winds are in our favor.
Yeah, that checks out.
I don't know. I don't quite know about that, Kane.
Yeah,
but
I do get that. I do get that Kenoran is lacking of magics, but there are plenty of us, and if tonight is the night, then you would have used yet another powerful spell slot to do.
No,
You get
no,
the
it
answer.
doesn't. It doesn't cost any of my magical capabilities for the day for me to do this. It just takes 10 minutes. So it's essentially free. So that's why I'm saying, just why not do it? If I can do it, it only takes 10 minutes and it's going to be free.
Precisely.
How much time has passed since Kane cast invisibility?
Um, not that long. Invisibility lasts an hour, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, you kind of cast it as you're approaching, so it's only been like, probably like 10-15 minutes.
Alright, then yeah, let's do it.
No, hardly any time has passed really, because you did it as you were getting to the house. So yeah, you should have plenty of time to do divination and still have plenty of invisibility left.
Okay. So I will start doing divination.
Mm-hmm.
I get the incense and everything out and start, kind of drawing lines in the ground.
What kind of incense?
Special incense.
Special.
Can
Any
we
particular
move our
smell?
tokens back just to be clear where we are?
Yeah, if you want to place yourself like in the woods or at the house, go for it.
Because we didn't want the smell, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How far away from the house are we if we're in this little trees?
I would say each square is probably more than 10 feet, I would say. So you're quite a ways away from the house.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like they wouldn't be able to smell anything from.
No, they
from
wouldn't.
Here. We don't have
They
to
wouldn't
go,
be
like,
smelling
into the
anything,
woods.
and they'd have to be
Okay.
like incredibly perceptive to see a bit of incense kind of wafting around.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I will cast divination and I will ask, is tonight the most opportune time to capture Pharaoh?
Okay. So as you cast this spell, you feel a particularly strong connection to Saloon, maybe stronger than you were expecting. You kind of probably surmise that it's due to the fact that you're kind of on this quest that was like put onto you by Saloon in a way. So yeah, is tonight an opportune night to grab
The most opportune.
the most opportune night? So you get the sense that in the grand scheme of things, like all of time, there'll probably be more opportune moments, but you're probably told that yeah, he probably won't be sticking around for too much longer, so
Okay.
he might be a little on edge, but tonight's as good a night as any.
Okay.
Provided you don't get caught, obviously.
Yes, I get the sense that as long as we don't get caught, that tonight would be a very good night because he probably won't be sticking around very long. He is a little on edge right now, but I don't get the sense that he'll be sticking around here for very much longer.
We play it safe and use that silent spell then, if the special
Yeah.
emphasis was given by the goddess to not get caught.
Yeah, it's just going to take another 10 minutes.
Well,
Where-
it's Kane's magic. How long is... We've got the time? We don't.
I think we should have the time.
Yeah,
It
so
feels as
another
if we
10
have the time.
minutes. Yeah. So it's probably been
I
25,
can't do it unless I cast a ritual, so...
20-25 minutes past, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so silence.
We have time for it.
20-foot radius sphere. Where are you going to be casting this?
Probably centered on... Ooh. Where should I center this, you guys? Front door?
Yeah.
Yeah, just along the wall next to a window, or away from a window.
So we're going in a window then?
So you're just centering at your point of entry. Okay, so you'll need to decide where your point of entry is then.
Yeah, are we going in a window or are we going in the front door?
There's
Front door
also
can be
a
locked.
back door.
It probably
Oh,
is
there's a back
locked.
door?
Yeah. So here's the front door, and then there's a back door out into the farm area where the horse will be.
I figured that was like a chimney and the front door would be where the path was leading.
That would make sense, yes. Let's go with what you said. So here's the front door, and there's a back door here onto the farm area.
Okay.
I mean,
The,
a
the path
chimney
is
is
there
a
just to
door.
mislead you.
A chimney could be a door, like a sky door kind of thing.
I mean, I could probably go in the chimney as a raven.
Hmm.
It's happened before.
You said he was paranoid, or at least on edge. He probably
He is
locked
on
his
edge.
doors. If we silence a window, we could break in, make quick entry.
Okay. I mean, so we don't leave a trace like that. I can misty step inside, unlock the window, let you guys in. That way, we won't be leaving a trail that we were even here.
Okay. Now, were there any windows that definitely didn't have lights on?
Oh yeah,
Empty
there'll be
rooms?
some windows that don't have lights on.
All right. I point to one of those windows. Then that one will be our best
Okay.
bet.
So I'll just probably do like a window along this like back wall then,
Hmm.
because that would be away from the lights. I would assume.
So you're silencing the area of that window and then misty stepping in.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, it's another 10 minutes, and you cast a spell on that area. If anyone wanted to talk about anything else while that's going on, they're welcome to. If not, we can complete the spell, and when you're ready, you can misty step into the room.
I'll just kind of like
Okay.
nod at everybody.
I'll mention I'll try to save spells. I know he's got some immunity to it, but I can attempt to charm him.
Kane
Makes our
would just
job easier.
pat Salam's shoulder and say, "I'm ready, darling," because you can't see him.
Okay. I will misty step in then.
Is Chadwick fearing the horse, or is that
I
not
don't-
happening?
I don't think we're doing that.
No.
Okay.
Right,
He looks a little
Chadwick,
disappointed, but hey, he'll do that. He'll go with the plan. So yeah, Salam, you look up to the window and you kind of gaze inwards, and then you find a point, and then you misty step inwards.
And then I will go over to the window and unlock it
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and open it up for my fellow compatriots.
Yeah. So you unlock it, and yeah, you kind of slide it open, and then everyone is able to hop on inside. So now that you're inside, yeah, definitely we'll need stealth rolls from everybody.
We are still in the silenced area.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So let's.
Silence and pass without a trace.
Yeah. So you're as soon as you kind of leave this room, then you'll need to
Okay.
do a stealth roll, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do them now. Pretty sure everyone's gonna be fine.
32.
Ooh. I did real good. 13.
13. 27. Okay, so you got 13. Let's have a look see.
I was gonna let the sneakier people go first through the
Mhm.
door, though. So
Okay, so as you're kind of so yeah, you all gather up in this room, and then yeah, you open the door and you kind of go out into the hallway. As you're all kind of creeping on out in whatever order it is, as soon as Salam goes out into the hallway, yeah, you just hit a spot of bad luck, and you kind of step onto one part of the floor that creaks ever so slightly, and then there's maybe a pause.
Would that be silenced? Would the creek not be
This
silenced?
is outside of the room, so these stealth rolls are for once you leave the room, and
Understood.
you're kind of
Thank you.
out into the out of that initial room. So yeah, there's a creak, but and maybe all of you kind of freeze up, anticipating the walls coming alive and bandits pouring out of them from every angle, but yeah, nothing seems to happen.
Okay, so let's go towards the main room where Farrell was.
Yeah, so you're on the ground floor. It's a kind of bungalow cottage kind of thing. So you're in the main hallway of this area. You can see one room with a light on towards the front door, and then the bigger room with like a grandiose door with the light on there as well. So you're heading towards the one where Farrell was, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you all sneak on up to there, and you are outside the door. You can hear someone, presumably him, pacing around, kind of muttering under his breath in a panicked way.
Would we be able to maybe pick out exactly what it is he's mumbling about?
Yeah, whoever's closest to the door could like put their ear to it and hear kind of like panicked mumblings about how he's going to break the news to Vialis about not being able to collect the profits, losing the cart for a certain amount of time, and running into people who were asking after him. Yeah.
Yeah. Kino and I'll kind of look at those who aren't invisible and just kind of look at the door and just be like, kind of like a let's get him.
Okay. Yeah, so
I'll cover the back.
cover the back?
Yeah.
How do you mean?
You know, if there's other people in the room, I'll be at the door.
Oh, okay, so everyone pours in and you'll stick to the entrance of the room. Okay.
Oh, better than Chadwick getting stabbed in the back.
Very true. Okay, so
Chappy.
Chappie, yes.
Old Chappie.
All right. Who?
I can open the door if you guys want.
Move quickly. Don't lose surprise.
Okay.
I will open the door and rush in.
Okay, so let's get ready for that then. So, yeah. You'll catch him by surprise. Let's...
Surprise!
Thank God he has a shitty perception.
Yes, he does. Yeah, he wasn't keeping active watch, so it was his passive perception. Okay, let me just get this all sorted. So let's bring everyone into here. Just a little kind of mock-up of what things will be. So he's kind of pacing back and forth. So Azza will stay at the door here, and then everyone kind of just pours in, and Salam, you will get a run at him. So he's kind of here, and then he's kind of just like pacing up and down, kind of like this.
It just said my Candlekeep Mysteries page was like not responding, so give me a second.
Okay. So yeah, you'll get a surprise round since he didn't see it coming. So yeah, we'll get ready for that. So yeah, you guys can say what you would do in your surprise round. I guess you could hold actions to see if Salam isn't able to subdue him properly, or something like that once he's ready to roll for that.
The first thing Keynorn would try, he's not sure of the chances being of elven kind as well, but he's going to attempt to cast Charm Person.
Okay. Alright. Also, I should probably have asked, how do you go in through the door? Do you kick it down or do you kind of open it up and then kind of
No, just
just...
kind of like open it up and then rush in.
Yeah, so you kind of
Yeah.
just open it, he kind of looks up and goes, what? And then you just kind of just bum rush him. So
So
it's
hello,
not
friend.
it's not particularly loud, but you know, it's not dead silent.
Yeah.
So you kind of
Sorry, I
open
don't know
it,
what the fuck is going on with this
you're
thing.
just like, hello
You might have to
friend,
roll for me.
and he's like, oh shit, and then you just kind of rush at him as he kind of
Or I
just
can
like
roll.
processes what's happening. Okay.
I could roll in
Yeah. So yeah, we've
D&D.
yeah, you can roll in
Beyond.
D&D Beyond. So yeah, you can roll initiative now if you want, Azza, but yeah, you've got a surprise round before initiative actually takes hold.
Oh, the button was already there.
It was.
I'll take
Okay,
it.
so my athletics is +6, so I'll roll the D20.
Mm-hmm.
I got a 16, so +6 is 22.
22, so he'll try and contest that with his acrobatics. He got 20. So he got
20?
he got a 20. What was yours again? Sorry, 20.
22.
22. Yeah. So he kind of just starts to react, but he was just a few seconds too late to starting to react. So he almost kind of gets out of the way of you kind of just tackling him. But yeah, if he reacted maybe 1 or 2 seconds earlier, he might have dodged, but you kind of just tackle him and you kind of have him in a
So
kind of grip.
I've got like one hand over his mouth and then the other one like around like his like rib cage, like just holding him like tight against me.
Mm-hmm. So yeah,
That sounds weird, but
he's struggling against this, and there's kind of like muffled cries for help mixed with like insults and stuff. So Keenerin, were you weaving some magics?
Yeah, he's gonna try a charm person.
Okay. So yeah, charm person will be at disadvantage due to his Fey ancestry.
Yep, and because Salam's attacking, essentially. So either way, he has advantage on a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah,
DC
advantage.
15.
So wisdom saving throw. Advantage.
come on.
14. So that's a fail, isn't it? Yeah?
So my DC is actually 15.
Yeah.
Because of my thing. So yeah, I guess he does fail.
So DC 15, very good. So yeah. So I guess the magic is resisted, but you persevere and you kind of weave and adapt the kind of usual spell to maybe get into his mind. And then it takes hold, and then yeah, there's this kind of just confused expression comes across his face. So with what is it, charm person? Is it for just you that he's friends with? Let me have a look. Your time.
Yes.
Blah blah blah.
The charmed creature regards you as a friendly acquaintance,
Yeah.
specifically you.
So there's like this moment of confusion, and then he kind of just his eyes dart around, and then he kind of locks eyes with you, Keenerin, and then you're able to hear it since you're in the room, but he's obviously kind of crying out for help towards you. Does anyone else do anything?
I was also planning to charm. See how well that goes.
If
My
you want
DC
to
is
become a friend as well, yeah, you can go for that.
don't use my spell slots enough, anyways.
Yeah. So
So
another save.
same saving throw. The DC is 14.
DC 14. Alright, so a similar thing happens. His eyes are now darting between Azza and Keenerin. Just muffled cries of help coming out. Anyone else want to get in on that charm person action?
Kane likes
Got him.
staying invisible, so he's just gonna hang out in the corner somewhere. Because this guy definitely knows how he looks.
Yeah, Chadwick kind of sees what's going on and kind of separates himself from Azza and Keenerin to maybe kind of sell the whole there might be two groups of people here. Oh yeah, Salam will be over, kind of grappling with him there, so Chadwick will move over to there with him. Alright, so I guess we will have initiative take effect now.
Okay, I'm gonna roll initiative in D&D Beyond.
Yeah,
and
just
then,
let me know what it is.
Like, after my next turn, I'm gonna restart my computer. So I just don't want to slow things down. So
Yeah, just let me know what you get.
I'll play off of, yeah.
Well, it's
I'll play off of D&D Beyond for now.
Yeah, well, we're going to be moving away from this map again. Well, yeah,
Okay.
it depends, but yeah.
Yeah,
feel
I
free.
got a 16 plus 2 is 18.
18, okay. I'll update that. Okay, so we begin combat. Yeah, Kane, you're up first.
Damn it. Kane has no idea what to do. Kane will move into the corner and take the dodge action and just listen out to the hallway to hear if he hears footsteps or people coming towards the room.
Mm-hmm. Alright. So yeah, that's you. Then we go over to Salam.
Okay. Yeah, I will continue to hold the grapple, and then I will whisper to Farrell, shh, shh. Just be quiet. We just have a couple of questions. No need to make this any more painful on you than it needs to be.
Yeah.
Quit struggling.
So that will be intimidation to get him to stop struggling.
Well, I was hoping for persuasion.
Yeah. Probably more intimidation.
Okay. Alright. Well, let me roll that.
Yeah, not really persuasion for like someone you're holding
15
hostage.
plus 2, so 17.
17. Okay, so yeah, that's probably gonna calm him down, but yeah, he seems to nod in an understanding, but he's kind of like looking over towards his friends to see, well, his friends to see if they would help, but yeah, you still, well, I wouldn't trust him as far as you could throw him, but for now he's probably going to be cooperative, but if he sees an opportunity he'll probably take it.
Okay.
So
Alright, I'm going to restart my computer real quick then.
Okay.
While
So
everyone else
will
does
you
the turn.
like let him talk, or will you keep your hands?
Yeah. I'm gonna keep the grapple on him, but I'm gonna remove one hand from his
Hmm.
mouth and just kind of, maybe have it like around his shoulders or
Yeah.
something.
Okay.
I've still got a hold on him so that he can't just try to bolt, but I'll
Mhm.
let him talk.
Okay. Well, it's his turn now, so he's not going to try and break free,
Oh,
but
okay,
he
I wanna
will
hear this.
address his friends to kind of like see what's going on. So yeah, feel free to restart your computer if you so wish to do so.
Yeah, I just want to hear what happens on Farrell's turns first.
Yeah, so he kind of just like looks around, again confused. He kind of calls over to Azra and Kieran. Will he know your names, or will he just be like, friends?
No.
Okay. So he's like, friends.
He must just think he's forgotten our names.
Oh, okay. So he's like, friends, what's going on? Who are these? I swear I know this tabaxi. Looks very much like that one in Waterdeep. What's going on? What do you want? What are your questions?
I feel like he would know it was me because at first I said hello again, friend.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so yeah, he knows you. Then yeah, and yeah, there's only so much a change in fur color would do at this range. So yeah, he's yes, he'll
There's
change
a
that
stupid
to
restart
Yeah.
on my computer, so it might be a second. But
Yeah, no
I'll go as
worries.
fast as I can.
So he's like, yeah, this tabaxi has caused me trouble before. Why are you just stood there? Why not help me?
But the Baxi's with us.
Yes.
I'm afraid it was an unfortunate run-in back in Waterdeep. But we need your help.
Help with what? More money? That's usually what my friends want.
We don't need money. I lie.
Then
With a light purse.
what is it you want?
I'll look to Kenoran.
We're just looking for some answers. We didn't intend to interrupt anything or cause you any issues, but we do need questions answered, and our friend here doesn't wish to cause you any harm. We're just trying to make sure things don't escalate and people don't get hurt because of it.
Our impoliteness and rashness in approach should it should give you clear mind as to how important this issue is. It could not wait for pleasantries or mourning.
Yes, we tried to approach you in Waterdeep to ask you a few questions, but things didn't turn quite out as we had hoped.
Yes, I recall the interaction. It did not go how anyone wanted. You are not
Yes.
dead or in prison, so yes.
It was not our intention to end up that way.
So, what is it you want to know? Spit it out and be away.
We had questions about Lord Vialis.
I don't care who you are. Friend, foe, stranger. What I know regarding his business will never leave my lips.
Please. We know each other well enough. You should be able to trust us. What we need to know about Lord Vialov is important for him and for us.
I highly doubt that. His work is beyond both you and me, and our friendship.
It's not as beyond us as you might think.
I very
We
much
are
doubt
related to
that.
this. Please, Farrell. You know
Don't
us.
please feral me.
You know that we're more than what we seem. You know that we can't operate in the light any more than you or Lord Vialov.
Who?
Who?
Lord Vialov?
Vialis?
Alice?
Vialis?
Vialis, yeah, Lord Vialis.
I tried.
Mm-hmm. It was pretty close. His business does not concern you. My connection to him will not leave these lips, nor any thing or that he is up to, or any plans he has. I do not care. Regardless, for friendships, I've ended friendships for much less.
We are. Go ahead.
From what we overheard, it sounded like you were having some difficulties trying to figure out how you're going to explain yourself to Lord Vialis, and I believe we caused your troubles. I think that perhaps we could approach this Lord Vialis and explain the situation, which would remove any blame on you.
We'll take responsibility. Our covert meeting with you went ass backwards, and that's the reason why you don't have the money.
We
So
didn't
it's
mean
our
to
fault.
interrupt. Yes, we didn't mean to interrupt anything. And we would like to do anything to get you back on track. But we do need a few questions answered.
I would listen to your questions, but I have no promise of answers.
Oh, so that's
Regardless
all
of
we
our
could ask?
friendship. But if you are my friends, how about we talk about this like civilized folk over a drink.
Sure.
I don't know if I necessarily trust you enough for that.
Well, I don't know. Well, I can't say I don't know you, but
Axel, he's a friend.
oh,
I know things
Axel
went
is
poorly
it?
back in Waterdeep, but
A
He
friend
is a
would
friend.
surely answer our questions then, no?
About some things, yes, but some things are unanswerable due to circumstances.
Axel, please don't be antagonistic. Let's just have the drink, and let's talk him into his confidence.
I wasn't being antagonistic.
I suppose a drink would be fine. Where would we find these drinks?
That would be brought by my butler.
So now we're adding other people into this mix?
Indeed.
Well, of course, Farrell has a butler.
Yes. If you would allow
Though
me
for
to
this-
call him.
Yeah, of course. After all, anything that he wouldn't say to us, he certainly wouldn't say to his butler. We don't need to worry about him eavesdropping and learning anything untoward, right? My fair Farrell?
He kind of just gives you a grimace more than a smile.
Yes, and perhaps it wouldn't be proper to have drinks while being accosted. Salam, I think our friend here knows that we don't wish to cause him any further harm, and there's no need to cry out or do anything rash. Believe you can release him.
Speak no louder than needed to call my butler. He is in his quarters doing whatever it is butlers do in their free time.
I will release him, but I would still like to compel the truth with use of magic.
Well, I disagree to that.
Please. It's for your own benefit and our own. We have connections to Lord.
I
To
do
the
not
Lord
care
more
about
than
our
you expect
friendship
us.
if you try and pry magic answers out of me I do not wish to give with magic then. I will-
You do
It
not-
does not compel you to answer. It just compels that anything that you do answer with is the truth. It just prevents you from lying to us. Simple as that.
I don't think there's a need to compel anything. He'll tell us the truth because we are going to keep him out of the bonfire by taking responsibility for our mistake at Waterdeep. But to do that, we will need to know
I mean, it was
where
your
to find the
mistake. You
Lord.
attacked me as I was just conducting business.
We know we made a mistake. We were trying to contact you, but it didn't work. Come on. You know we wouldn't be trying to kill you. It was just a mistake.
Yes, if we were trying to kill you, I think things would be going very differently right now.
Was that a threat?
No, simply a fact.
He kind of
No, it's
chuckles
not-
nervously. Oh, okay.
It's not a threat. He's right. If we wanted to kill you, we would be hitting you with swords and batons.
Batons. Okay. Well, if I am about to die, I would like to have my drink. Am I
You're
okay
You are
to talk my
intentionally
butler?
misunderstanding what we're saying.
I pinched the bridge of my nose. I was literally telling you we're not about to kill you. If we were gonna kill you, we'd be hitting you right now. But
He's getting
obviously
very
we're not
frustrated and confused.
Please call your drink.
Very well. he goes over to his desk and picks up a little bell and kind of rings it. Kane, you're kind of looking around for the kitchens. You do find it, but then you hear a door further down the corridor open, and you see this fellow step out and start making his way towards the room that everyone else is in. And he kind of steps in and goes, "You rang, Master. Oh, I was not aware we had guests. I would have heard the door. Who are these, people? Anyway, is everything alright, my lord?" Fel says, "I believe we are in need of drinks. And, why don't you open a window and let some air into the house, please, while fetching those drinks."
I'd like to do an insight.
Yeah, I was
check
about to
on
say,
that
can
last
people do
part.
some I was about to say, can people do insight checks,
Yeah.
please?
Because that sounds like a fucking code to me.
He wouldn't betray me. I'm his friendly acquaintance.
God, you gotta be kidding me.
It's strange. I seem to be proficient in this skill.
Kane will definitely follow the butler in here.
Okay, so you can do insight on that as well. Okay, so Salam, Kane, you're not too sure. Maybe there's some level of suspicion, but you're not really sure. Keener and Azza, you're definitely suspicious of that kind of phrase. Like, it's kind of getting the butler to do something, but you don't really know what. But you can probably definitely identify it as a sign or a code word of sorts. So unless you do something, the butler will bow and then head outside of the room. And Kane, you see him walking towards the kitchens.
Kane will follow him, and if he gets near a window, Kane will do something.
There's no need to kid around. Your code phrases are quite plain.
I don't know what you're talking about, friend.
Was that a code phrase? It seemed like it to me, but I couldn't quite tell.
Oh,
A code
no,
phrase.
it's not a code
Well-
phrase.
I keep telling you, Farrell. We're all in the same business. You don't think we're stupid, do you? We know.
Oh, I
code
think you're very
phrases just as you do.
stupid.
Hey,
But yeah, he's
he could be a little friendlier.
he could.
I don't know
I
if
thought
friendly
you
is in
guys
his
were
nature.
friends.
I know. Some people are just personally cold as coal, but no, a little friendlier. You at least think I'm not dumb. I at least called him out on it.
Uh-huh.
Whatever. Under the rug.
Well, if we're going to be using code phrases, I think that definitely underscores the need for some truth-telling magic.
Well, I will be resistant and against it. Yeah, so Kane will go to you. You see him kind of step on into the kitchen. Yeah, he kind of gets some things out some cupboards, starts plating some stuff up, and then he heads on over to a window and he opens it. Whoa, what you gonna do?
Before he opens it,
Uh-huh.
Kane will whisper to him, "It's best you don't do that if you want to keep those hands where they are."
Yeah, he kind of like just shouts out, and he kind of whips around and kind of just looks around and starts panicking. Who's there? Who's there?
Well, it depends on how you behave, my good friend. I can either be an angel, or I could be the devil himself.
I believe in no such things. He's like backing his way towards the window.
So Kane will transform and use my necrotic shroud. So you'll see these massive, dark, broken angel-like wings, these just deep, smoky yellow eyes, and this pure black skin. and this you'll stand before this guy.
Hmm. So yeah, I guess it's yeah. So necrotic showers, you do that. So let's see. What's that do? Oh, is that shadow puppetry thing?
So it makes him frightened of me.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
It's
so
a DC 16 charisma saving throw.
DC
The
16.
wording on that is so weird. It says, of you until the end of your next turn. This lasts for 1 minute or until you enter this bonus action. Those are two contradicting things, are they not?
That is
That's really weird.
truthful.
So it's
I guess
because
if there's
while it lasts for
Hmm.
1 minute, I could deal the damage with an attack every single time I attack.
Uh,
The extra damage, but he'll be frightened for me for only 1 turn.
Gotcha.
Or maybe
okay.
there's,
I was
like-
like, this makes no sense.
or maybe the turn order's so clogged up with like people that it lasts more than a minute to get back to your turn again. Alright, so let's see. DC 16 charisma saving throw. Let's see. Okay, so he is afraid of you, and he doesn't want to get any closer, and he's at the window, but he's currently frozen in place in fright. He's kind of like maybe trying to urge himself to open the window, but he seems to be fumbling.
Kane will try to walk around so he can try to get between him and the window. He said, "Be a good little butler now."
He's kind of just
and
pressing
deliver the
himself
drinks.
against the window, kind of just pouring at it.
Bring those drinks to your master now, before you expire early.
Leave me be, demon. Drinks. And he kind of like just starts dragging himself towards the drinks, and then he tries to pick them up, but he's shaking terribly. Let's see. Oh wow. So yeah, he manages to take the drinks to the office bedroom. He's shaking uncontrollably, but due to his intense butler training, he does not drop them anywhere. So yeah, so maybe there's a moment before he enters the room again. Maybe you hear a kind of cry of fear from the other room, and Fel kind of looks around and says, "There isn't anyone else in here that I am yet to meet, is there?"
I don't know.
You don't know much, do you?
Zone of truth.
Yeah. How
Himself.
dare you?
No, he doesn't know much.
Alright, so I guess he's able to resist it, so DC 16.
Yeah.
So is this everyone in it? Oh, you can place it, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna place it so that just he's in it.
okay, that's fine.
At some point, Farrell,
So,
we're
DC
going to
16.
have to start bending. What is the expression? Like bending bones? No. We're gonna have to start playing rough to get what
14.
we want.
So yeah, you can tell that it seems to have taken effect, because I believe you know if they've failed it, right?
Yeah. And he's aware of the spell on him too.
Mm-hmm. So you see he kind of grows red-faced at this, and then he sees the butler come back in, shaking uncontrollably. "Did you open the window as I requested?" And the butler kind of just like mumbles, "Demons, demons." "What? Demons? I take it you couldn't even open a simple window, you oaf. I regret ever employing such a useless ingrate."
Wow, so you're just not nice to anybody, are you?
No, I'm not.
And he never has been. Take your drinks.
I will. And he just like pushes past you all to go get a drink. just swipes it off the tray and just takes the bottle and just leaves like a few empty glasses on the tray and just like pours a drink for himself and starts drinking heavily. You leave us. Maybe you can be useful. Butler kind of just turns around, goes out, and just kind of sees Kane in the corridor. And he's like, "Ugh!" And he starts like just trying to run the other way, back towards the room he came from, that has the light in.
I stand next to him at the table he's drinking at. Farrell, come on.
Come on, what?
What do I have to do to show you we're on the same side? We
There's
just need to
nothing
get
you
in
can do.
contact. Really? Nothing? After everything we've gone through together?
I can't remember what we've gone through.
Well, that's your fault, not mine.
Nothing's my
It's
fault.
very hurt.
Is that true? He believes it. He believes he's telling the truth.
If only I could cast 2 charm persons. Make him.
Can't you?
Well, I
you
mean,
mean like on the
the
same-
effects can't stack. Can't make myself super friendly acquaintance.
Kane, so you see the butler go into their room. You do remember there's a window in there? What do you do?
Once he turns to look at Kane, Kane will put his finger up to his mouth and be like, and cast a message into his head. Darling, now if you make a peep or you try to misbehave, you'll be punished so very harshly, and I do not want to get blood on my new boots.
Yeah, roll intimidation with advantage.
If anything ever deserved advantage, that does.
Yeah, you kind of see him like quiver and quail, and he's like going straight into like massive like sweat, full on sweat, and he kind of just scarpers into his room, and you just hear him like whimpering horribly in his room. You're like
The same again.
very confident that he's probably gonna do absolutely nothing.
Kane will stay in the hallway, kind of like back against the door and just listening to everything. He doesn't want to be seen by this guy.
Okay. Yeah, you can be close enough. You can be just around the corner.
Where is Lord Vialis, so we may take responsibility for what happened at Waterdeep?
Let's see. Lord Vialis is where his work is. And regarding a specific location of that, I will never tell you. I do remember that I can refuse to talk.
You can, but it might not be the wisest course of action.
There are more things to be feared in this world than an upstart tabaxi.
What about a pissed off lord? You know he's not going to forgive you for any delay of his money.
His money can be recouped, or I can use my own funds to please him for now.
You know that's not true. If it was that easy, you wouldn't be pacing here, about to have an aneurysm.
That's a fair point, but I did just say the words, did I not? And I am under the impact of this spell.
Then you're deluding yourself and yourself alone. It's not the money, it's the failure. You know it.
You kind of just grow silent.
Hearing that, Kane would cast a message into Pharrell's mind and change his voice and say, "The master wants your report. Where are you?"
I am in my home, and who are you? The master has never messaged me like this before. Are you with these cretins?
Send it again. "You dare question our lord?"
I don't know who your lord is, but my lord would never contact me in such a way. So I question your lord, yes.
And I'm going to whisper, Pharrell, under my breath, and I'm gonna hit him with a psychic glance.
Ooh, what's that do?
I'm just gonna have a drink.
Ouchies.
You just grab the bottle out of his hand. Oh wow, that's a lot of d6s.
Yeah, it's 76. It's like a 4th level spell.
Alright, so DC 16 intelligence saving throw.
I'm gonna burn 3 sorcery points, and he's gonna have disadvantage on that saving throw.
Oh, disadvantage.
Yeah,
Alright,
again.
let's roll that again then.
No smarty pants in this house. Oh.
Okay, so yeah, that's a fail. So is there anything else, or would it have just been half damage?
No, he's also incapacitated now for 1 round.
Alright, so we'll go back into the turn order. So, I mean, let's just, I guess to save us re-rolling, we could just go to the top of the turn order and just say Kane just did his thing, unless you want to re-roll initiative.
No, we can just stay. It's fine.
Yeah.
I
So
never
yeah,
get this
that's 27 psychic damage.
Kane's just trying to soften him up and make him sweat a little, so he's easier to ask questions to.
Okay, so everyone watching, you kind of just see him kind of like his eyes darting around, and maybe you see his lips moving, but he's not really speaking to anyone present. And then his eyes kind of just roll black, and he just starts bleeding out of his nose and ear and eyes, and he kind of just lets out a cry of pain, and then just starts like shuddering, like he's having a fit or something. So he is incapacitated.
I grab him so he doesn't fall over, and I say, "For fuck's sakes, Farrell! I was kidding about the aneurysm."
Yeah. It looks like you just had an aneurysm. Alright, so yeah, we go over to Salam then.
What the hell is happening to you? Huh? I suppose this is what happens when you don't answer our questions truthfully.
He's incapacitated, so he can still talk, right?
Yes,
think
yeah,
so,
it's just
yeah.
actions and like movement. No, it's actions. That's it. But he still has movement and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So he kind of splutters out. He says, "There's someone else here, with you or not, but they are a force to be reckoned with. If you are friends of mine truly, you will save me from these ingrates."
Dappy, search the house. Turning around so that Farrell can't see me, I give him a wink, lowering my glasses.
Chappie nods, and then does like a edgy pose and just like disappears into shadows and darkness.
He parade waves.
Jojo poses.
He kind of comes out when he kind of sees Kane, and he's like, "What's up?" And he goes chill with Kane for a bit.
Oh, Chappie, there's some drinks in the kitchen. I saw some nice bottles of wine. You should go ahead and take that while Kinoran's not looking.
He kind of just looks at you and says, "Yeah, sure." He just goes off to the kitchen. I mean,
What a rebel.
and you can hear him
What a
saying,
bad
"They did
influence."
tell me to search the house, so I'll search the house and search the bottom of that bottle." Okay, so he wanders off to the kitchens, I guess.
Axel stays here.
All right. So what's going on?
It's my turn.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to.
Oh boy, it's so hot. My brow.
I'm gonna cast Thaumaturgy
Uh-huh.
and make my eyes go cloudy,
Ooh.
and then I'm going to say to him in kind of like just like a distorted voice, like it's like coming from somewhere other than myself. Tell us where Lord Vialis is.
Okay, so he'll respond, say, cannot. It is more than my life.
This is your life. We're on the same side. You are interfering with the great powers.
There's no greater power than who we serve. Now kill me or leave.
Who the fuck do you think I mean?
Who does number 2 work for?
Yeah, that's right. Let's take him to the chamber pot.
That's immediately what came to my mind too.
So he kind of just looks at you guys and says, "Yes, we are friends, but if I knew you more closely, maybe I would have gotten you into our group. But you are not in our group, so you don't know, and you will not know. So take that, nah."
Flush him down the chamber pot.
Yeah, fucking flying things. Yeah, so he is being stubborn to the end at this point. So yeah, well, I mean, there's no chamber pot in here, but you could probably find one.
Your call, Master Kinoran.
Or you could probably get some
Master.
some cloth and
We're
then
running
start
time.
waterboarding him with wine or something.
I would maybe
Oh,
torture
Master
him with
Wallaby.
spirit guardians.
I mean, he looks pretty roughed up. Like he probably wasn't fully recovered from the last fight, and then he's just had a fucking aneurysm. So there's only so much more damage he could probably take.
Gotcha. Well,
Uh,
I don't think we can leave him here on his own. If he's not going to answer our questions, he has to come with them. Yes.
I will not go willingly. You'll have to take me as some sort of prisoner or something.
What a wonderful idea.
Can certainly be arranged.
Yes, I knew you were not true friends. True friends would have slit that tabaxi's throat by now.
The tabaxi is good help, unlike your butler.
Yes, that
You, on the other hand, and I just explode in volume, taking the glass, throwing it against the wall. It shatters, are in the way of the great work. We need to find the Lord, and you know where he is. I grab him by the scruff of his collar. Tell me where the fuck he is, or else I will cave your fucking head in!
Wow, so you're like going very loud there. Okay.
Oh shit.
Okay.
I'm gonna begin ritual casting silence.
So yeah, do you want to roll intimidation on that as a?
Yeah.
I guess with advantage. That was pretty intimidating. Just broke his favorite wine glass, which is
Also,
never a cool
it's a-
move.
You know what? It's also not cool being cults. So we'll
That's
call
a
it even.
true statement. Cults are
call it
for
even.
losers.
Unless you donate to Acheron89, Twitch Acheron89. Donate. Send gifts.
There's
Some
probably
things.
better things you could spend your money on, such as
Oh my God.
a fan. Let's see.
I say.
Maybe
What can I
instead
say? I'm a
of
softie.
breaking the bottle on the wall, you could like crack it over his head, and then he's just like so concussed he can't like hear what you're saying. So it kind of falls on deaf ears essentially.
You with advantage.
Mm-hmm.
What? Even?
How-
Bounces off
how-
the wall back
How
at us.
heartbreaking.
You know what I was just thinking? We do have this potion of alternate self. Perhaps Farrell would like to be something else. How would you like to be transformed into, say, a gnome permanently? And perhaps a female.
A pauper.
Empty threats, I'm sure. I've never heard of such magics.
I just kind of start chuckling.
Regardless, my form does not count for anything. My loyalty is unwavering regardless of what I am.
What about dead?
I will pass on to the next
Does
life.
your loyalty waver then?
I will die for a cause greater than anyone here. I think by now he's probably not incapacitated,
Yeah.
so he's probably gonna just lunge at Azza. I mean, yeah, so we've had plenty of talking. It's probably gone all the way around again.
My intimidation's so low it breaks charm.
I mean, Kieran, would you have done anything?
Kiro just kind of sighs. Like, someone just has no regard for their own life. Like, how do you deal with someone like this?
Yeah. Good
As
question.
soon as he lunges at Azza, I'm going to try to knock him over the back of the head.
Oh, he was lunging towards you, Salam, not Azza.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, you have your turn first, so you probably see him getting in just like irate and just angry, and you can probably see he's at a point where he's gonna just flip.
Okay. Yeah, I will non-lethally try to crack him over the head with my flail.
Yeah, go for it. So yeah, non-lethally, you just start whacking him.
Hack.
So 21. He has parry, but that's not gonna cut it. So yeah, you hit for 9 bludgeoning. Yeah, so a pretty solid crack on the head. Yeah, he's not gone down yet, but he is visibly groggy. So yeah, we'll go over to him, and he'll try and attack you, Salam, with his rapier. That's gonna miss. He'll try again.
Views his rapiest.
And he misses again. He is absolutely concussed, and he's just all over the place. Over to you, Azza.
I bring out the serpent sword.
Yes,
I'm
I
saying
thirst
don't
for
kill
combat.
him, don't kill him, don't kill him.
The blade is saying, kill him, kill him, kill him. In your own head, Azza.
He'll die in his own time.
That's no fun. So you just start non-lethally beating the crap out of him.
Yep, using the wide edge of the blade. Boom, boom, boom.
17 hits for 13. He's teetering and tottering, and he's about to go down. One more hit, probably. Yeah, there we go. 8. So yeah, let's say you just crack him over the back of the head with the flat of the blade. First one, he's kind of swaying, stumbling, struggling to keep up, and then the second one just like knocks him out cold. Yeah, he is down on the floor. Bit of a bloody head, but still alive.
I think we should perhaps get out of here as quickly as possible after Azza's intimidation attempt there. That was rather loud. It might have attracted guards.
No, we should check this building. He was useless, and he'll still be useless. He's dedicated to the cause, but there might be something written.
Okay.
I looked through his study.
Yeah, here acts as an office as well. Let's have a look-see now.
Yeah.
He did mention that he could repay the Lord Bialis as well, so there could be quite a bit of point here.
That's a fair point. I mean, you could search through him and then search through the room as well.
I'm gonna go get Chappie because he's real good at looking for stuff.
Yeah, he's busy searching the rest of the house.
Okay, I'll go help Chappie with that then.
He's getting the good wines. Yeah.
Kane, you hear a kerfuffle break out. You hear a crack, and then 2 solid thonks, and then you hear the distinctive sound of a body hitting the floor.
After hearing that, Kane will kind of pop his head in.
Are you still in your crazy shadow form?
I know it would pass a minute, so.
Oh,
Oh wait,
okay.
no, he'll drop it.
Okay. Yeah, so either way you're Kane. Yeah. I guess it's kind of like you put your mask on and then you kind of just like wreathed in shadowy flames and such. But yeah, you kind of drop that or it wears off and you kind of step on in and you see like the aftermath of all of this. People are starting to search the room, maybe go through Fail's belongings, and I think Salam was going to go look for Chappie.
Good. More hands make good work.
Yes, well, whatever banged against the wall, that was a bit loud. I don't know what happened there, but while you here tossing this place about, I'll go keep an eye out and see if we have any other unsuspecting guests. Or is there something you personally need me for?
I suppose not.
Well, very well, darlings. I'll be in the kitchen then.
Yeah, Chadwick probably needs some help drinking wine.
Chappie, what are you doing?
Oh, do you go in there as well? Chappie is like, yeah. This bottle of wine looked mighty suspicious, and I needed to check it for clues.
Okay.
And he takes another
you
sip.
You could just say that you wanted to taste the wine. I'm totally fine with that.
Yeah, I was testing it for you. Do you want a sip?
Okay.
It's pretty good.
Maybe a little bit later.
All
But
right.
we're actually things just escalated a little bit, and we need to search the rest of the house. So would you perhaps?
Oh,
care
I
to,
actually need to
help
do
me with
that now. Yeah, I'll do that. And he'll
Great,
like
let's go.
finish the wine, and then he'll like pocket like another bottle for later to share with the group. Yeah, and then he kind of goes off and starts searching the house. So yeah, everyone can do investigation throughout the house.
I'm assisting Chappie.
Yeah, sure.
Kane will steal bottles of wine,
Ooh.
nice candlesticks, or anything like that. Anything that looks valuable while Kenoran's not around, Kane's gonna try to steal some stuff.
Holy shit, you guys!
Wait, this was disadvantage, I think.
Oh my god.
24 at
Wow.
disadvantage. That's the other way around.
Why is he at disadvantage?
Yeah, I
What
clicked the
else
wrong
happened?
button, so that should be
Oh, okay.
2 more. So that's a 26. So yeah, you
Jesus.
guys fucking you like see
Heard this house.
the everything. You have like wall hacks. So you start with Fail. You kind of look him over and you kind of go through his belongings. On his pouch, you kind of see a little kind of like flask container thing, and you kind of look into that and discover that it is a potion of superior healing. He has a little wallet on him, about 20 gold pieces in that, and then he is wearing some jewelry totaling to another 20 gold pieces. So I'll put that into chat for you. Okay,
Ooh, superior.
so that's what's on him.
Oh, we should have drank that.
Okay.
Alright.
What could you find out from his study?
Give me the location. Let me know who this great power is. Let me find some holy symbol. No, unholy symbol.
I think they still call it the holy symbol.
Yeah, unholy symbols.
Okay, so you probably find a diary. The most recent notes are all just like money that has been collected from Waterdeep, and maybe orders of large amounts of building materials and stuff that has been ordered, so kind of ledgers regarding that. Looking further back into the diary, you can kind of ascertain that Fail met Lord Vialis in Waterdeep years ago and became a business partner. So but he and since he lives in Greenfast, that's kind of like how Vialis came to choose Greenfast as a place to set up operations in, essentially. It seems to be generating quite a tidy sum of profit by looking at all the gold that has been brought in, but quite a bit of it is going towards building materials. There's also kind of receipts regarding hiring these bodyguards to kind of look after Fail while he's in Waterdeep, and kind of keep him protected while collecting these profits. There's also evidence of money deducted, maybe not overtly described as such, but basically there's evidence of bribery of certain officials within Waterdeep, so that will be able to be used to clear Keener and your group's names. Regarding the kind of building materials that have been bought, it is a lot, so whatever he is building is a big structure. Can't really find anything location-wise.
But it does suggest construction.
Yeah, of
one.
Something very big. There's
Probably,
a lot of stuff.
Probably, but at least hopefully in the area.
There was
Perhaps,
that location that old Fargo gave you. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you're kind of also investigating, you hear the whimpers of the butler coming from his personal quarters. They don't seem to have moved or created any stirs or anything at all.
Can't help but feel bad for him.
You want to give him a severance pay?
It was severance pay. He kind of really pronounced the sever there pretty specifically, but yeah. Yeah, it's up to you how you deal with Farrell and the butler. And you've been looking around. You rolled really well, so you did this very quickly, but you haven't passively picked up anything after the noise that was made. So it seems like you have currently gotten away with this.
Right. Well, Axel's left. What do we do with this one? Do we carry him out?
Yeah, he's kind of just like groaning slightly, very much passed out.
Do me and Chappie find anything?
Everywhere else is just normal. It's a very small cottage. It's good, but it's still quite small.
We don't find the gold. With the 26.
So there's the gold on Fail, and presumably you see in the logbook all the gold that is collected is quite quickly sent to Vialis. So the last collection of gold was being carried out, and that kind of got interrupted by you guys. So there's no other gold in this on the premises.
He mentioned that he could pay Vialis back.
Yeah,
himself.
that's true. Let's have a look. See then. So how much would we be looking at here?
All tied up in stocks.
Okay, let's make a quick look.
NFTs is gonna give us a whole bunch of portraits.
Motherfucker!
No.
Cat's buttholes and
Okay,
things.
so in like a collection of gold, silver, and copper, you find, let's say, there's 5 establishments averaging around that. So let's go for like 170 gold pieces in total in a safe that you need to crack open, but you do.
Okay.
At some point. You smash it open.
Not as much as I was expecting, but it'll do.
Wow. How much is enough, Salam?
I mean, there's 4 of us. That's like 40 gold piece per person.
That's true. That's true.
Oh. He's
Before-
one man.
Before they start leaving the room, does Kane find anything he can take? Bottles of wine.
I mean,
I
there's a
don't care.
fully stocked kitchen. There'll be wine. There'll be cooking ingredients and everything.
He'll take a few bottles of wine
Yeah.
and put them in his bag because he doesn't want Kenoran to see.
I mean, Chadwick has already taken one.
Yeah. Kenoran will be focused on reading the diary, so he'll probably be a little bit busy. And unless anyone has any issue with it, Kenoran would probably pocket the journal since it kind of has
Evidence, yeah. You'll need
his
that.
name. Yeah.
Yeah, you can gather sufficient evidence that Farrell has been corrupting officials in Waterdeep, and yeah, that will be fine to get you out of trouble.
Okay, but what do we do with Farrell? Person who insisted he not die left the room, but
So
Do we
me and
take-
Chappie are done, so I'll come back in.
Okay.
Well, from what's written in this journal here, handwritten by Farrell himself, suppose we could take him back to Waterdeep with us, and even though he might bribe many officials, I dare say that evidence such as this, they can't look past. There's no way. And that they're going to have to cut him, basically, if they want to be free of any charges. And he'll end up in a cell.
So, do we go back to Waterdeep tomorrow and then come back to Greenfast and then look for Lord Vialis, or what order do we do these things in? Because it's not like we can. I feel like it would be difficult to take Farrell with us to Lord Vialis's if we were to do that tomorrow. But where else would we leave him? I mean, I guess we could tie him up and leave Chadwick guarding him, maybe, or Chappie guarding him. I don't know. What do you guys think?
we tie him up. There's thick woods over to the west of here.
Yeah, there's
The gag in
plenty
his
of
mouth, so he-
there's plenty of forest areas. You could talk to Old Fargo. You could approach the mayor with this information. There's a few options you could think of.
Oh, yeah. Does the town itself perhaps have a small jail cell? We could get the mayor involved, show them the evidence, and then hand over custody to the mayor, saying that we will return to take him back to Waterdeep where he can stand trial. I don't know.
Is
You
the
haven't
mayor
met-
going to be on our side?
You haven't met the
Not
mayor
exactly.
yet, but yeah.
We're not exactly police.
Perhaps the innkeeper didn't look like a man short of muscle. Perhaps we tie him up. We can have the innkeeper hold on to him for a while. Maybe store him in a room,
Yeah, could work too.
just until we deal with this Vialis situation.
Yeah. So do you think? Do we trust, or, perhaps Fargo knows the mayor and we could get Fargo to introduce us to the mayor? And that way we're not just total strangers coming in saying, whatever. We could have Fargo kind of vouching for us as we're helping him with his son.
Yes, 'cause
Has-
I would hate to turn him into the guard, only to find out that the guard is under Vialis and Farrell's employ.
That's true.
Farrell,
That is true.
But the innkeeper seemed to be quite does not take a liking to them, seeing as his son is inducted into their group. I think Fargo is the only one I can really trust here,
Okay.
unless
Yeah, I'm fine with that. So, do we use your little magic trick to get us back to the inn unseen, or how do we get him back there?
I suppose I could recast Pass Without Trace, and we could carry him
Ooh, did you
unconscious.
lose concentration on that?
I don't know how long it's been. It only lasts an hour.
You
So I
might
don't know
have a
if-
little bit of time left, but not a lot. Yeah, you've
Okay.
probably...
but you-
It probably will be about to finish, or is finishing, or
Yes,
has.
can
Yeah.
you turn someone who's unconscious invisible? We could just carry him out that way.
Anyone
Oh,
of my choice.
You know what? I think I actually have something I can do. Where is it?
Also, what of the butler? We need to ensure his silence as well.
That can be bought. He looks petrified enough already.
I can ritually cast a spell called Feign Death, where I put a creature into a cataleptic. I don't think that's the right word, but that's what it says. Cataleptic state that is indistinguishable from death. And it lasts for an hour, so we could use that to kind of transfer him over there, just so he's not waking up on us while we are transferring him. And that'll give us time to, tie him up and get him over to the inn, and give the innkeeper some time to get him set up in a room and everything without him waking up.
Mm.
Saves the magics. I don't think he's waking up.
Quickly
People
Googled.
that take hits like that are out for at least an hour.
Yeah, he's probably out for an hour or so. I quickly googled cataleptic. Okay. I quickly googled cataleptic, and it said affected by the characteristic of catalepsy, and that wasn't useful. So basically,
yeah, that's real helpful.
So catalepsy is a medical condition categorized by a trance or seizure with a loss of sensation and consciousness, accompanied by rigidity of the body.
Soundbar is
Rigidity of the
Hold on.
body.
Shut up.
So it creates a sense of rigor mortis too.
Google's over there like, Akron, don't talk to me like that.
You
I
was
thought there
fucking
was
telling
another
me
P in
about
it. I thought it was
catalepsy.
I thought it was like catapoleptic or something.
I mean, I've heard like catatonic,
catatonic.
but not
Or
cataleptic.
yeah.
But yeah, basically what Kane was just saying. Trance, seizure, loss of consciousness. Basically, they're unconscious. That's all you need to know. That's
They
good.
look dead.
Yeah,
he would
they look dead. That's good enough. So yeah, you could do that, or you could, just stick a tarp over him and just carry him out. But yeah,
Could
the
we
butler
pretend
is
that he
definitely
was,
a
like-
loose end.
Could we pretend that he was drunk and we were trying to get him to his room type thing if we're seen? I don't know.
If we're seen by someone from this village, they'll know he doesn't have a room at the inn.
That would be very strange.
Yeah, I
Are
guess
we-
that's true.
Are we discussing what to do with the unconscious person?
Yes.
Well, why don't I just make myself and them invisible?
Yes,
That's a
what
really
I thought
good
as well.
idea.
Because I'm not walking out of here being seen. The butler did see me. So,
Oh, the butler. We should maybe try to question him before we leave, no?
I don't think that would be the right time.
Okay.
He's sobbing pretty hard into a pillow, it sounds like.
Gotcha.
So let us go ahead and do this. And Kane will 2 sorcery points, cast invisibility on himself and Pharrell.
Okay.
Here, you grab him from the back. I'll grab him from the front.
Oh, you dirty birdie.
Do you do that
Let's.
before he goes invisible? It might make it easier.
It would
Hey,
absolutely be invisible.
Let's put one of his arms around each of our shoulder and just kind of carry him that way. I think we can walk a little more natural than with our arms out in front, like we're obviously carrying something.
Yeah. If you go for the leg part when he's invisible, you might end up grabbing the wrong thing. Who knows? But yeah, you can set it up to look as inconspicuous as you want.
Okay.
Yeah, and then do you basically head back to the inn?
Yeah.
So how do
No,
you
wait,
exit
let's-
this building, and what do you do regarding the butler?
Let's toss some money to the butler for his silence.
How much money? I mean, Kane, what do you think? Do you think he'll be silent?
I'll handle it, don't worry. Kane's gonna go invisible and knock on his door.
You hear a yelp from inside.
It's
Let
like
me be,
10
demon!
gold.
If you mention a word of any of this to anyone, I will devour your soul.
Okay. Do I
Kane
just
will
stay in
kick
here
a
then
gold
forever?
piece. Kane will kick a gold piece under the door hard as hell.
Ow! You somehow managed to hit him. He's like,
Don't spend it all in one place.
alright.
Oh, I feel so bad for this butler.
Okay, so yeah. Alright, let's go with that. So do you guys walk out the front door, the back door, the window? How do you do this?
Probably the back door, right? Because it's
Okay.
kind of close to that path, and we can head over to that path and then around to the end.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what do you guys think?
Field. The side door has the field, which we might be able to do a little bit of stealthing through.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because we would exit like over here essentially, and then we're right by this path instead of having to go all the way around.
Kane's just leaving through the window. No one can see him, so he don't care.
He just steps out the window. I mean, yeah, I guess it's still open.
I would make sure and close up the window that we came in before we leave too, just so everything looks. I mean, I guess there's a smashed glass and probably some blood and stuff, but try to not give any like outward signs that anything amiss has happened here.
And there's no signs of forced entry.
Yeah, exactly. So that the guards won't be like going into the house for any reason.
Okay, so Kane steps out the window, everyone else sneaks out back through the foliage and such.
Yeah.
Can you all do stealth rolls then?
And Keenorn would have, if I don't know if an hour's gone by, but he would have made sure that we all have passed without trace.
So you would have redone that. That's fine. Ooh,
Okay.
That's a lot of dice. Where are we? Stealth,
22.
stealth.
15.
28.
17. Let's see. Azza got... Yeah, everyone has passive without trace, so yeah. So we got 15.
39. Oh, you already have the plus 10 on there. I was like, holy shit.
Oh, okay.
I was like, oh my god, Keenorn's
So the
stealth.
lowest is 15. Okay. Let's see. Alright, okay, no problems. So yeah, you make your way out and start heading towards the inn then, with your person in tow. Okay, so how do you go into this tavern? It's probably we're probably finishing up, but it's probably relatively late now, so you're like 90% certain there'll be no one else in the kind of pub area of the tavern.
I mean, we've got Feral invisible, so I feel like we can just kind of go in.
Alright.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so you open up the door and go on in. You don't see anyone immediately, but there's kind of like a light behind the bar. And as you kind of open the door, there's like a tinkle of the bell. And then you hear someone getting up and coming out into the room. And you see Fargo emerge from a doorway and he says, very good.
Old Fargo, it's great to be seeing you. Perchance, is anyone else
Yes.
about, or are we alone?
There's a few other travelers, but they are up in their rooms.
Great.
We are alone.
I was wondering if we could perhaps speak privately regarding some of the things that we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, we can take a table, or we can come into my room here. Either way, I believe we'll be safe to talk freely, provided we are not secreting, we aren't shouting.
Let's step into your room. What do you guys think?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
I'm sure I'll be fine with that.
Yes. Let's make it quick, too.
Quite. So he invites you all into his room. It smells of oak, and there's many furs lining everything. Many books on the shelves, and there's a tall tankard of warm milk by his bed, accompanied by a book of How to Fall Asleep by Dummies. And he invites you to take a seat.
Thank you.
So how can I help you?
So, we've been working on the issue of Lord Vialis and getting your son back, and we believe that we have reached the first step in this process.
Wonderful.
I'm sure that you are familiar with the individual Farrell. We
Yes.
kind of spoke of him earlier. He's a
Vagabond.
an associate of
Cretin.
yeah, he's an associate of Lord Vialis's.
Yes, I suspected as much.
We actually were able to capture him this evening.
You were?
We need somebody to watch over him until we can return him to Waterdeep, where he can stand trial for bribery of city officials.
Yeah, I presume that's
we
going
have
to
all
be
of
me.
the evidence.
Oh, that would be good.
We don't know who else we can trust. We don't know if perhaps Lord Vialis has the guard or the mayor or anything like that in their pocket, like they do so many.
Let me have a quick look regarding the mayor and what Fargo might know. The mayor. I mean, if you have ample evidence of at least bribery, I presume the mayor would side with us, but maybe their suspicions don't run as deep as mine. I'm not particularly close with the mayor, so I wouldn't know for certain, but evidence of crimes is evidence of crimes, surely.
My question is it illegal to bribe Waterdeep officials in Greenfast?
Where is
I don't
bribery
know.
legal, my friend?
That's not particularly the question.
It's
of jurisdiction.
Yeah, I suppose.
Would
but
they care is crimes of Waterdeep?
We have close ties with Waterdeep, and bribery of officials here is also illegal. So, if you have sufficient evidence of such a thing, then yes, the mayor should side with us, and I am certain they would.
You're the local.
Can we be certain that the guards watching his cell before, while we deal with Lord Vialis, are we certain that the guards watching the cell aren't going to be under the pay of Farrell and Lord Vialis and will perhaps help him escape and ruin things? That's what we're worried about, is that we just can't trust everyone far on down the line. The farther it gets away from us, the less control we have.
Very true. I like to think the people of Greenfast are a more close-knit community and less corrupt than the fast-living, hip-hop having people of Waterdeep, and most of the guards seem to be generational fathers having sons or daughters that take over their job as they retire. So I believe corruption should not be around here. If anyone has been corrupted by either Vialis or Fail, that it would be quite clear and obvious.
So
Norin, what do you think?
Are you insisting that two powerful figures in this town would be held to justice?
Powerful, but not above the mayor, my friend.
You live here.
I do.
You would know.
I would know.
Norin, are you comfortable with this?
I believe I would be.
I am happy, well, maybe not happy, but I will monitor this individual wherever they are, if you are not comfortable with approaching the mayor. But I'm just a old innkeep, and maybe not as capable as adventurers such as yourselves, but if they are sufficiently bound and such, then it should be within my capabilities to just watch them.
You're very strong. We won't leave him unbound and ungagged.
Yeah.
For certain. But
also
if you trust the mayor to watch him, then we have no reason to distrust.
I would
You
trust
know
the
him
mayor.
better than we do.
I would trust the mayor. I don't know them on a personal level, but they have a reliable and trustworthy reputation here, yes.
And the mayor was Cara Fereni, correct?
That is true.
Well, perhaps would you like to make the introduction of us to the mayor?
I would be more than happy to. I would advise to wait for the morning,
Chappie.
though.
Oh,
But if it is a necessity, I'm sure we could disturb their sleep or evening activities.
it is rather pressing, wouldn't you all say?
A criminal of this magnitude, I believe it would.
Very well, I will.
He's gonna wake up eventually, so it does have to be figured out before morn.
Yes, well, I will make myself more presentable then. If you would wait outside, in the tavern area, I will maybe make myself more presentable for the mayor, and then we will go over to bring him the evidence and the criminal. If I do not see him.
Is the mayor female or male?
Pretty sure female.
Yeah, I was thinking female with the name, but
No, 99% certain. Yes. She.
Yeah, Cara Fereni.
Fereni. Yeah.
Cara Ferrari, yeah, Ferrani. Oh, I've got. Yeah, that's not a man. The token I've got. That's a man of the token I've got. Let's quickly fix that if I can. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Anyway, so yeah, you can quickly wait while Fargo gets ready for this.
Yeah.
Anything you guys want to talk about while I change the token?
Where's Kane?
Where is Kane? What's he up to?
Where is Kid? Never know who's listening.
Kid went
Where's
upstairs to his
Kid then?
room to hide any of the bottles that he stole from the house.
Smart.
Did-
Chadwick has
He-
one,
he
but
was-
he's still with you guys.
He was with us on the path, right?
I think so. I don't know.
Does anyone remember talking to him on the way back?
I don't recall, but I'm sure whatever it is he's doing it for the benefit of the group.
Now, Kid plus invisibility is almost as bad as. I look at Chadwick.
He looks like Chadwick, but with different hair.
Yeah.
Well, if you're
Once
talking
Kane
about
is successful at hiding all his
uh-huh.
goods that were acquired, he will try to find the group again.
Okay. All right. The mayor is now female. All right. So yeah. Old Fargo is ready, and yeah, he will lead you to the mayor, but he would like to. Maybe he would like to see the evidence and fail for himself, just to maybe give him reassurance. Maybe you get some idea that maybe he's a bit apprehensive, especially disturbing the mayor at this hour.
I don't think there's any reason to hide it from him.
Yeah, we can show him the evidence.
Yeah, he gives it a quick look over and he agrees with it. Is Fail still invisible?
Pretty sure he is.
Yeah, you explain that to him
Once Kane hides his stuff, he'll drop invisibility.
on.
So on both of them, because it's the same
It's
spell.
linked. All right. Yeah. So there's a bit of a shock, and he kind of looks at Fail, who's like very, very beat up. And did you bind him? I presume you did.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. And he says, "Oh, well, everything seems to be order. Maybe just cover him up with a bit of a something." He kind of just like grabs a tablecloth and just like drapes it over him.
Do we clean him up at all before we take him to the mayor so he doesn't look quite so beat up?
Eh,
He's
Or does it
unconscious.
matter?
it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, so you guys make your way to the mayor's house. Yeah,
Mayor's
so
house.
Fargo goes ahead of you and says, since I'm the familiar face here, well, maybe I can do the talking to start. Okay,
Means.
so he will approach and he will ring the bell on the front of this house, which is definitely the largest building in the village. Yeah, as you approach the house, there's a nice garden here, but yeah, you approach the building and ring on the bell. A kind of official kind of comes to the door and says, "Yes, Fargo, isn't it? What is your business so late?" And he says, we have business that requires the mayor's attention. It involves Fail, if you catch my drift, and there's evidence of certain goings on that would reflect badly on the village and may impact our ties with Waterdeep. So yes, maybe fetch the mayor. Sorry if they're already asleep. I know most people here are able to fall asleep quite quickly. Not much myself, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, we'll wait in the foyer while you fetch the mayor. So you're invited in and then directed to a kind of meeting room, and then you are left to yourselves while this official goes to fetch the mayor. Yeah, so...
Kane will put a blindfold on Pharrell if he wakes up during this.
Alright, so I think I rolled it. He's out for 3 hours, so he's not going to wake up anytime soon. Since it was 1d4 hours raw, as I think it was Asa mentioned that. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So yeah.
I knocked people out a lot in another campaign.
So yeah, after a little bit, you see the mayor come in. Not in official dress. They're wearing probably night clothes, a dressing gown, but they've put on their kind of mayor necklace thing that mayors have. So yeah.
Like a stole?
Is that what those things are called? I don't know.
Isn't
You
that
know,
the
like
thing that like
the
drapes
big,
around your neck?
yeah, the big gold
Yeah.
chain thing. Mayor stole. Stole.
Yeah.
Is that what? I didn't know that was the name of those things, but yeah, one of those things. All right, the more you know. So yeah, she comes on in and says, "I am the mayor of this village." Fargo, it's been too long. Pleasure to see you again, although the hour is late. I believe you have information regarding... there he is, Phil. Not my favourite person, but I didn't know he was up to no good. You have my fiance. I believe so you have evidence about his wrongdoings, and that it goes all the way to Waterdeep and officials there. That is definitely not good. So
In fact, we followed his trail all the way from the criminal's activities in Waterdeep,
yes,
and apprehending him in his home, we found the evidence we needed
I see.
to
And...
win your favor.
Oh, win my favor. Oh,
I try to do a I try to do a cane move with the. It comes off as a bit of a creepy grin.
Let me just check if there's a Mr. Firani. Da.
If there's not one, there is now, and his name is Gaston.
No one flirts as badly as Gaston.
This is true.
Okay, so that there isn't a Mr. Firani. Who says that? Yeah, winning favor. I don't know what your game is, but that's neither here nor there. Either way, we have deep ties with Waterdeep, so if there is wrongdoings going on, it would be very beneficial to me and my reputation if I am forthwith and transparent. So I see you have the suspect in custody, I suppose.
Indeed, we do, and we have quite a bit of evidence showing that he is bribing officials in Waterdeep. Yes, if you would care to
Yes.
look over the.
He clearly can't argue his own
The
case
evidence.
currently, but yes, I would very much like to see the evidence, as you mentioned.
All you're likely to get out of him is hate and vitriol anyway.
Yes, I would be
Can't say
careful with that one, Madam Mayor. He is very devious, and we are also representatives of the Weavers Guild. We are here on
The
official
Weavers
business.
Guild. Oh, well, what
And-
was your
and-
business? I was not aware of any visits of the Weavers Guild anytime soon.
Oh well, we are here to procure some livestock and just
And some wool, I believe.
basic supplies for
I
that are
see.
necessary for the Weavers Guild. But it
So-
also is tied with this gentleman here because he attacked some of the Weavers Guild members and then bribed the guards to try to make innocent bystanders take the blame. We're looking at multiple fractions of the law in Waterdeep. You got Article 1, Section 3. You got Article 2, Section 7.
Yes.
But-
You have a vague.
But also just a miscarriage of justice.
Yes, justice is something I have a great passion for. Yes, but members of the Weavers Guild, I didn't realize they had such a hands-on approach to the law, but here on business, livestock, I'm sure we can accommodate that, but this situation is a bit more pressing. If I would appreciate if you allow us to leave the livestock trading until later. And she's kind of like
Of course.
half talking to you, half going through this evidence. This does seem to be his handwriting. Vialis never likes the fellow. Bit of a wet blanket.
Yes, it seems that they were involved with
Lots
each other.
of money coming in. So I did hear he has something outside of town. I've seen things come in buildings. Yes, it seems to track with what I've seen going on.
Do you have any idea which direction the building materials are being taken?
I've heard things from guards, and it seems to be going off in the direction that. So it's going off in the direction that old Fargo told you about. So
Oh, okay.
it seems to be going in that direction.
I just didn't remember what it was, so I was gonna write
Yeah,
it.
I just gave you. I just said Fargo writes on your map where this place is, and
Gotcha. Okay.
Kara then kind of like doubles down on that location by gesturing in the direction.
Okay.
So yeah,
works.
that it seems to be 100% certain that that is the place now. But yes,
Cool.
everything seems to track as far as the rumors I've heard regarding Fel and Vialis. And I had my suspicions, but yes, very see. Yes, this seems to confirm my suspicions. Yes, and I have been trying to find my own way into finding out about this Vialis fellow. I have known him in the past, but yes, he's been here a while, and he moved in and seems to be making his own new estate of sorts based on what I've heard and seen, and this evidence of building supplies. Yes.
Have you happened to hear the rumors that circle Lord Vialis?
Uh, I did send my sister to investigate, but I have she seems to have been off of late when reporting regarding what Vialis has been up to. Never really anything concrete. I had suspicions that she was becoming to dead ends or just incompetent in finding anything useful, but
Perhaps they used some magic to put sway over her.
that is a dark train of thought. I would like to think
It
my
would not
sister is.
be.
It's a realistic train of thought.
Yeah, it would not be out of character for these people that Lord Vialis surrounds himself with. They tried to cast many magics on us already.
Yeah, old Fargo will pipe and says, "Yeah, they've got my son." Yeah,
They've got his boy.
they've
That's
got
all
his
Fargo.
boy, you say. And I'm starting
So,
to worry that my
madam-
sister is in danger as well.
What's your sister's name, by the way?
Yaeda. Yaeda. Yaeda.
Well, we are going to continue this investigation, so if you could be discreet with your guards and tell them if they see us lurking about to avoid us, to not raise any suspicion.
I can do all I can, but at some point I do need to bring this to officials in Waterdeep, and in a way that will not garner the eyes of those who have been corrupted by Vialis.
Of course, we are going to handle this with the utmost discretion and professionalism.
Yeah,
You
very
have
good.
our word.
So
Will you give us 3 or 4 days at least?
that is a bit of a push, but I believe I can. But I was going to ask, so you're just with the Weavers Guild, not any law enforcement or anything?
Well, I am with the House of the Moon as well.
Yeah, yes, the House of the Moon. I'm aware. Do not follow it myself, but I am not against them, and I know they are a very wholesome and accepting sect of religion. So that does hold
Yes, and
some.
they can't abide cult activities, so
Yes,
that is why.
I believe that
The
is
house
the
is
train of
involved.
thought of anyone who is rational and of goodwill. So yes, I do not know you, but Fargo seems to be on your side and vouching for you, and the evidence seems to be up to order, and a guild in Waterdeep is trustworthy. So
We certainly wouldn't dare wake you in the middle of the night for something trivial. We wouldn't wake you
I
unless
would-
it was
I
of
would
the
hope
utmost
not.
importance.
I would hope not. So 3 days is a push, but I will give you 3 days before I approach Waterdeep with this information.
Do you have somewhere secure where you can hold Pharaoh
Yes,
in the
that's
meantime?
my next line of questioning. I do. We are a small village, but we have the odd drunk and roaming bandit that rolls into town. Yes, we have somewhere we can keep him, and I give you my assurances that he will be kept under 24 hours of watch with uncorruptible individuals. We are a tight-knit community here, and I believe we should have no problems with keeping
Make sure
this
to
person.
perhaps instead of having just like one person watching, perhaps it would be best to have multiple, just in
Yes,
case.
2 to 3 at a time at least.
Yes, that was my thinking.
Axel, did you see any signs of him being a spellcaster? Would he need to be gagged as well?
It might not be the worst idea, just so that you don't have to deal with his hate that he's constantly spewing out of his mouth.
We have
But
the odds.
I didn't see any sign he was a spellcaster, but that doesn't mean that he isn't either.
We will take precautions. Yes.
Another thing to note is perhaps he does have a butler in his employ. He could probably be
Yes.
questioned.
Yes, I am aware of his butler. I will send a harvest guard to pick him up.
Excellent.
Where did we last see the butler, Kane? Where was he? Kid, I mean. Fuck. So bad.
She kind of looks at you and she's like, she raises an eyebrow. I believe. Never mind.
Never mind.
I must apologize for my associate. We have been working heels to boots, and we are all very exhausted. And this, as you know, this work could be quite stressful, and sometimes it gets the better of us. But we last saw the butler in the residency of Mr. Farrell here. He was a bit, he looked a bit unwell. So maybe perhaps give him a little space, perhaps some honey and some tea, because he's kind of raspy in his throat.
I will
Don't ask him too many
have
questions. You know what? Never mind. You ask him all the questions you need.
We will pick him up and be gentle.
Oh, thank you. I much appreciate it.
Anything else before? Or can I go back to bed?
Have a good night.
We
Wallaby, is there
appreciate.
anything else?
I do not have any questions for you, Kid or Kane or Axel, I believe. I do not know. My name is Kara, as you know. And she kind of gives
What
you
a
a sly
pretty
smile. Yes, thank you. I do believe so myself. And your name?
I'm Gaston.
Gaston. A name. Indeed it is. It seems to be quite has much gusto behind it, I believe. Very good.
There's something behind it.
I will have him. Yes, I will write up a report on this and make everything official. I will leave the date blank for now, so it buys you a bit of time. I would be expected to act things on this information immediately, but I did promise you at least 2 to 3 days. But I will have Fail locked up immediately. Fail is like carried off with by some guards, and yes, if there's nothing else, I will head back to bed. Although I doubt I will sleep well after this news.
Undoubtedly, us either.
Well, I hope you can, as you seem to have a great amount of investigating ahead of you.
Indeed we do.
So I will,
We have our work cut out for us.
indeed, I will wish you luck and bid you good night, Kid, Kane, Gaston, Axel, and Fargo, and the other two.
Oh, Wallaby and Chappie.
Wallaby and Chappie. Those are names. Good night then. And she, yes, I believe you'll be shown out. Good night. And she leaves with the evidence, I guess.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine. Very good.
Wait, unless Kenoran wanted to keep it, because that was relevant for you.
I mean, yeah, Keenerin, you can say you want to keep hold of it if you want.
Kinoran will say, that evidence is needed in Waterdeep, but it's also needed here, I suppose.
I can keep hold of it for you under safe guards, but if you wish to hold on to it to yourself, if you distrust me,
Perhaps
Never,
you keep
never.
half of it and we keep half of it, just in case Lord Viaus learns of something and, you know, is able to get to one of us through magical means. That way it's not all in one place. It's not a matter of distrust, it's a matter of not trusting Lord Viaus at all.
she kind of looks at you and says, if you wish to approach it as such, then I cannot be against such an idea. Yes, we can sort this out. And she rifles through it. This should equate to half and half. And she keeps half for herself and hands half to Keenerin.
Very well. believe that will be acceptable.
I'm glad. And good night. And she
Good night.
leaves you to,
Hank tips his hat.
yeah, she gives you a curt nod. Kind of gives you all
turn
a
around.
long look.
I turn around, and as soon as my back's to her, my face just relaxes with exhaustion. It's like, oh.
Alright.
It's hard being you.
You're doing very well, Gaston.
Alright, so yeah, you guys are shown out by an official, and I guess you will return to the inn.
Oh, I hate officials. So
Official?
Mm-hmm.
so punctual.
So punctual. Not always.
Wait, who's rooming with who again? I forgot.
Up to you, I guess. I mean, Fargo has his own room.
I chose to be in a room of 3.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be
That's
in the
all I
room
remember.
too.
Yeah,
Oh, so yeah, probably Kane and Salam then.
yeah, I think. Oh no, at the resort it was Salam and Keenerin, but yeah, you can do it however you want.
So Chadwick, Kenorin, and I.
Yeah.
So once we
It-
get back to
it-
the room,
As
Kane is
soon as Salam gets on with Kane, he goes, "Fuck, I'm sorry, dude. I'm so sorry.
Listen.
I'm so bad at remembering kid. Just because it sounds so similar to Kane, they get mixed all up in my brain."
It's fine. It's fine. You can call me K, just the letter. We could remove all the crazy stuff. But he's gonna kind of look towards the door. I snagged some goods while we were in Pharrell's house.
Oh, did you? Nice. What'd you get?
Just gonna pull out like some silverware, a couple of bottles of wine, like a statue of like a small chihuahua or something.
Yeah, there's some nice little porcelain chihuahua. Yeah, you can get
What?
that shit.
What's your alignment again?
Oh, that's fantastic.
These, like, fucking
Chaotic Kane.
Wet bandits or sticky bandits or whatever.
Would you like a taste? I saw the butler reaching for this one, and then he kind of second guessed. They probably didn't think we were good enough, so I said, you know what? Well, hell, I'm good enough for anything.
Alright.
Sure, by all means. I'm not usually much of a drinker, but sure.
Well, it was a great day. We get to clear our name, make sure our good friend Kenorin stays in the Weavers Guild, and we're gonna deal with some Lord asshole tomorrow. So I think it deserves a toast. He's gonna pop the
Absolutely.
bottle open.
Yeah.
We don't have cups, so he's just gonna take a swig and then pass it to Salam.
Yeah, Salam will take a swig.
Okay, so you got wine, not champagne, and it's
Perfect.
it's not good, but it's not good on a snob standard, so it's good, if that makes any sense.
Very well. So yeah, so
It's
Kane-
good. It's perfectly acceptable.
Yeah, Kane and Salam will enjoy a nice nightcap.
Yeah. Meanwhile, in Keenerin, Chadwick, and Az's room, Chadwick kind of looks around, kind of looks towards Keenerin for a moment. He says, "Yeah, fancy a nightcap?" And he kind of pulls out a bottle of wine.
Yeah, that's fine. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you,
always
Chubby.
keep a bottle on me. Keenerin, you could insight check if you want me.
You do?
Sure.
Do?
Let's see. Skills. Insight.
You have some suspicions that maybe this isn't a usual thing and he's probably picked this up somewhere. So yeah, you probably have some quite a decent level of suspicion. Maybe he picked this up at Fail's house, so you can do with that information what you will. But yeah, he starts pouring wine out for everyone. Yeah.
Oh,
And then
Kinar will just sigh and just kind of shake his head a little bit,
uh-huh.
and yeah, take a glass.
you know,
You
do you
got
know any confections that use wine?
I could probably use it in some cooking, yes. There's some rather
Ah,
fancy meals that could make do with some wine.
Cappy, leave some in the bottle.
yeah, there's like 3 people, so there's probably like I don't know, like at least half of it left after like 1 glass. So yeah. So yeah, you all enjoy a nightcap and then presumably have a long rest.
Before we go to bed, after Kane shared with Salam that he stole some stuff, I would pull out the bag of gold and go, "Yeah, me and Chappie found something too. So here's your cut. I'll get everyone else tomorrow, and it's 42 and a half gold."
Hey, well, this is better than nothing. You
Better
know,
than a
Absolute-
fucking porcelain
this
dog.
is more. This is more gold than that one shoe store had for the. What is it? The 2 weeks worth of income that they generated.
Yeah, a week. Like they come every 10 day. Was it? No, was it every? Yeah, every week or 2.
Remember.
Yeah, it's not important.
Yeah,
It was a
I think it
10-day.
was like every. Yeah, I think you said 10-day.
Yeah. All right.
Well,
Excellent.
a perfect toast.
Wink.
Very good. So yeah, if there's nothing else, everyone has a long rest, and then you wake up in the morning.
Yeah, beautiful morning.
Yeah. I mean, let's see. It's fine.
Go to the window, open the curtains, town's on fire, close curtains, go back to bed.
Where the hell did you get hit yesterday, Kane?
I have no idea.
That doesn't make any sense. 'Cause
What?
we weren't in any like real
Oh, yeah.
combat.
I
We
don't
must not
know.
have long rested after our last long rest.
Must have been it.
No, yeah, I didn't because my healing hands were still down.
Mm.
Oh well. But yeah, new morning. The day and weather is perfectly fine. Not hot as fuck as it is today. God damn. Yeah. So you wake up at whatever time you guys decide, in whatever order you do. I guess Keenerin probably wakes up first to prep some baked goods. There will be a kitchen of sorts in the tavern that you could make use of. When you go down,
Sure,
you
he
probably
leaves with a
find
wine
Fargo,
bottle.
and he's an early riser to meet and prepare breakfast for anyone. He said he would provide you with room and board so you can get a breakfast.
I have to put this guy
You know
back on.
Kinorn would assist in like cooking food and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Very good of you. He appreciates that.
Once Kane gets downstairs and sees Kinoran go into the kitchen, he's gonna dispose of the empty bottle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's probably like a recycling bin or something.
Yeah, he'll look behind the bar, see if where all the empty bottles are, and just kind of like mage hand it in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Maybe like an odd patron kind of sees you doing it and they're kind of just like, it's too early for this shit. And they kind of just leave you to it.
Just give him a thumbs up, like.
They kind of just look at you bleary-eyed. So yeah, Keenerin, what are you cooking up for the group today?
That's a good question. Might be a savory treat today.
Mm-hmm.
We'll say we'll say like maybe like chicken cutlets, and they're like deep fried in the wine, whatever is left. Some seasonings, maybe some slices of lemon or something like that.
a fishing
Sounds
rod.
pretty good. I mean, do you have a fishing rod?
Yep, I've had it and I've never used it.
All right.
Since the beginning of the game.
6. Yeah, you're not gonna catch anything. But yeah, those treats sound really nice. Very good. So I guess you distribute them as usual.
Yeah.
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 As you pass Chadwick, his stomach rumbles loudly, but you kind of just
That's,
avoid his eye contact.
that's 3 temp HP.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
Maybe there'll be like a little bit left.
He can lick out the bowl.
Basically, yeah. Kinor could like pour like the remnants of like the sauce onto whatever.
Yeah, he gets a taste, but not any temporary hit
Yeah.
points.
Exactly. Yeah.
He gets a taste. Yeah.
Does that ever go up? I don't think it does.
I thought it was
It's
with
just
your
it's a feat,
proficiency
right?
bonus.
Proficiency, probably. Yeah.
Let me double check.
Yeah, you can double check that. So yeah, anyone else get up to anything this morning? Asa goes fishing, Keenan does some baking.
I'll go fishing with Azza, except for I'll use my fucking claws.
Alright, you yeah, roll survival, I guess.
Well, this is why you're scaring all my damn fish away.
15. Jeez. So you
Also catching them all.
you watch Asa fishing, and you see this one choice fish start approaching his bait, and you just like pounce in there and just like grab it out the water, and then kind of just like walk off, I guess, with the fish. And Asa
Hey,
is kind
Azza,
of just
we caught one.
yeah,
Yes, we did, buddy. Yes, we did.
team effort. So yeah, you have one fish. You could probably make a meal out of that for like 1 or 2 people.
I'll go and hand it to Keenerin.
Maybe throw a little sauce over it, sear it real quick, and give that to Chappie.
Yeah. Seeing a fresh fish, Kinor would, do what he needs to, behead it and strips the scales. He'll spend some time cooking it up and some of the sauce from the previous meal, pour it on there, and maybe give a big portion over to poor Chadwick. He says, "Unfortunately, I'm not skilled enough to have the full flavor extend to you just yet, but I promise I'm sharpening my skills." And
He appreciates
once I'm up
it.
to stuff, yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice addition to whatever breakfast Fargo gives you, which
I
is
caught that
perfectly
fish
good as
just
well.
for you, Chappie.
Wow.
He says,
It was
"Yeah."
we around me, but I around them, huh?
Oh, sorry. Me and Gaston both caught it for you, Chappie.
He kind of looks at you confused. Gaston? Oh, right, yeah. Oh. Thank you. I appreciate
You know
that.
Gaston. Gaston knows you well.
Yeah, so you guys have your morning to yourselves, and then you're able to head on off to the point on the map that you have been directed to.
Whisk me away, Dungeon Master.
Yeah,
I am
so-
ready to adventure.
Yeah, so if there's nothing else you want to do here, we can go to the location, which will be left until next week, as it is kind of at our finishing time now. So unless there's anything else you guys want to do before we finish?
Nope.
Nope.
Alright, so we'll pick up next week then, where you guys head on over to the point pointed out on the map to you, which is where this apparent settlement, structure, building, whatever it is that Lord Vialis is building. So yeah, tune in again next week on Tuesdays, 8 PM BST for that, and on Sundays I'm doing a Waterdeep Dungeon of the Mad Mage campaign with another group where I'm a player, and we're about 7 episodes in, and we've officially started the plot now, so that's always good. Yeah. Anyone else got anything else to shout out?
I don't have anything.
Alright.
Yeah. Catch me on Swell Daddy 7 on Twitch. Been playing some Call of Duty. Been getting lots of wins. They're very sweaty lobbies. Still waiting for the Star Citizen patch, so I'm going to run a nice little short campaign of War Tales, a turn-based medieval tactical game.
Ooh,
Ooh.
that sounds cool.
I think I've heard that. Let me Google that.
Is it like an RTS?
Yeah, kind of, but it just got this massive update where you have to take into like morales, party bonds. There's different kinds of weapons like fighting styles like two-handed sword, sword and shield, two-handed axe, regular axe, spearman, bowman, all that stuff, and you gotta keep track of happiness, food, wages, all that jazz.
So, a lot of survival going in there. Cool.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Very good. Yeah. Hawk, how about you?
Were you saying something there, Asa?
Yeah, as a...
Sorry. I'll just mention. Nope, I had this confused with something else.
Oh,
Never
you
heard of it.
confused with
Looks
a
cool.
different game.
Yeah, probably a similar name. Looks very cool. I'm looking at the screenshots now.
Mm-hmm.
For myself, on Thursdays with the same exact group, we play Icewind Dale, Rime the Frost Maiden, from the same time that we do this game here, 3 to 6 p.m. Eastern. And yeah, they're currently in Chapter 7, and they ran into a floating skull that screamed at them. And yeah, the barbarian and the wizard that's in the party currently just dropped to the floor, and that's kind of where we ended it last time. So if you guys want to see what happened, come on by.
Yeah.
That's at twitch.tv/Hawkinsprocken.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing where that goes.
Yeah.
And
I am too.
despite the barbarian's best efforts, it's the bard that started the fight.
I'm sure we'll be fine.
I mean,
True.
nobody else really helped me defuse that situation, so I'm not going to take all the blame on that.
Nope.
True.
It was great the way it played out. Loved it.
I was so fucking tired that day, I had no idea what I was saying.
Yeah, you were so tired, man.
Once you said that, I was like, "Yep, we're fighting. Let's go."
We'll be fine. Alright.
Oh boy,
Any-
oh boy.
Positive vibes and good messages from you, Azza.
Oh yeah. Thanks everyone for being here, playing, DMing, watching. It's been a great time.
Yeah.
These are great 3 hours.
Yeah, good to hear. Managed to push through the heat, as it is a bit of a scorcher today. Yeah, we got to around 39 degrees, so that's like 102 degrees Fahrenheit. I think it got up to 40 in London, but yeah, very hot. But yeah, thanks for watching, thanks for playing, guys. I'll catch you next week. So yeah, goodbye. Bye-bye.
Bye.